Posteriors, that's new. I appreciate
language.
I appreciate the expansion of my vocabulary. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Los Angeles 2120. I am Eric, your GM, and we are Callisto 6. How's everybody doing?
High-pitched pterodactyls.
I wonder how many animals that are near a computer right now. People are watching this at home or doing the thing as we all screech in the... So yeah, welcome back, everybody. This is going to be an interesting night tonight as we are picking up where we kind of picking up where we left off last episode with the journey back to Earth. Couple of announcements tonight. Do we have any? Because I kind of feel like tonight's one of those rare nights where it's like, yeah, I got nothing, guys. What do y'all think? Does anybody want to make something up?
Ooh. No.
Yeah. Oh, that appealed. I could see the appeal. Yeah, Gina.
You want to make up something?
Yeah. Do you have an announcement you'd like to make up?
Well, I bought a puppy unicorn. And my family and I are gonna go to Mars next year. It's really exciting.
Oh my gosh. Mine
But,
too.
really?
Yes.
Wait, what hotel are you staying at?
The Super 6 Mars.
That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one.
It was
They have
affordable.
table.
You know, the trip to Mars is already really expensive, so we're
Yeah.
trying to save a little.
Save on-
Underrated. It's
Super
a good
6.
experience.
Yeah.
And by 6, it means like the
Yeah.
But I think the person at the reception has like 6 eyes or something crazy.
Yeah, I'm not going.
There's a lot of 6 motifs. I'm
decided to
digging
wait.
it.
I'm not
Super
going to go.
6.
I can't afford both Mars and Comic-Con. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's right.
We've all been there.
Yeah, bloody hell.
But we have
Isn't Mars just another? It's just like Burning Man, right? That's what I hear.
Yeah, I really don't. We don't have any announcements tonight, so if we want to just jump right in.
I'm sorry, we have one announcement.
Do we have one announcement?
One announcement.
Yeah.
Okay, who's got an announcement?
Eric.
I do.
I am excited!
Okay, this feels right now. All right, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Callisto 6.
Calling for a postponement of tomorrow night's Magball tournament. Trapped in the shatter point of reality, the Callisto 6 managed to contain Fawn, Kylan Krause's deadly assassin, as well as establish contact with Oya and Anton, who had been pulled into the realm that divides our universe from others. Seeking a way to escape, Oya and Anton encounter Omatu, the benevolent being and creator of the Callisto energy. Reaching out across an ocean of time, she reveals to them a chance to escape, but it will require them to follow a dimensional worm through its burrow to the other side. She also warns them that the being they once knew as Fletcher travels this realm, and the longer they remain, the more likely it is that they will be found. In a daring battle on both sides of reality, the team manages to defeat the dimensional worm and secure the portal to reunite with each other, but not before they are discovered by Fletcher, now known by their true name, Voon Koss. With time running out, Anton once again throws himself before danger to rescue his childhood friend Hops. Buying the Callisto 6 time, the last the team see of Anton is when he turns to face Voon Koss in a heroic and possible last stand before the portal closes with him on the other side. Now on their way home, the team must come to terms with their first major loss, as well as face an uncertain future awaiting them back on Earth. I'm Hakeem Sophia. Rest easy, Los Angeles.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and get into tonight's game. So, as we all know, where we last left off, the group suffered some pretty dramatic victories and defeats. Right now, the team is currently moving towards their very familiar home of Earth. It's been about a day's travel since you all left Tranquility Base. It's been very quiet on the ride thus far. Let's turn on some music here. It's been very quiet thus far. Not a lot of conversation passing between some of the team members, especially as y'all are all sort of collecting yourselves and taking stock of who was left behind. You have also, of course, made the realization that Florence is not with you. However, I can offer you this. There's no indication that the shuttle was destroyed or that Florence is gone. That entire station was in the midst of a temporal reality-shifting shatter point, which means the disintegration of the shuttle could have literally it simply dissolving into another time period or into another period in the future or the past, essentially. But there's no indication as to where or when.
Florence will end up when and where they're needed.
So Cobalt has been very quietly sitting up front with Lacey and Honey Baby. There has been no contact with Blue Dolphin Base in the past 24 hours. However, radio traffic and sound, you're picking up transmissions just fine from Los Angeles. You have also been able to determine that it doesn't appear that any incredible event has happened since you have all left Los Angeles. There is nothing in the news about any horrific happenings taking place on live TV in downtown LA. You haven't received any indication that anything is different. However, after connecting with some of the networks back on Earth, Lacey, you have been able to determine that 2.5 weeks have passed since you left.
Okay.
It's been a lot longer than you anticipated being away. You were a day's journey away from entering orbit on Earth. And then it'll be the matter of getting your window, breaking atmosphere, and finding a place to touch down. I'm going to give you this piece of information too, Lacey. The shuttle originally departed on autopilot. That's how Cobalt was able to get this thing up and running and get it out of there.
Right.
Once you took control of it and navigated it away, it had auto-locked on touching down on an airfield just outside of Los Angeles that you can only assume is owned by Pyramid Star or operated by Pyramid Star. I will leave it to you whether or not you have changed that destination. Okay. What's your new destination? This shuttle, by the way, is not capable of submerging.
I didn't assume that it was, but thank you for the clarification, because I am going to try to find what will substitute for that as nearby to Amelia as I can.
Okay.
Because I've had a day, and so I can do ship speak with the Endozola.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we'll do a shift around because...
You've named this one Endozola.
So the shuttle, here's what you learn about the shuttle itself specifically, is that, turn that up. What you've learned about the shuttle specifically is that it could submerge and it could dock with Blue Dolphin Base. But once that happened, you would have to modify the shuttle after that because it wouldn't be able to surface again. The engines would essentially flood, and it would not be rigged to resurface. So you could do that. Basically, my answer to the question is you could actually use this shuttle. It just needs to be altered. Not like you could do that now, but when you touch down on Earth, this could be a resource if you all wanted to, say, keep it.
Yes, actually, I'm going to make a mental note to get into contact with Kylan Prime, who would be able to tell hopefully do a better job than I would of arranging a hangar where we can keep it if we ever need to go back to the moon.
So then let's start.
This is a dedicated spaceship. This is our spaceship.
So then, yeah, let's go ahead and start there then, because you're not going to have any trouble getting through to Kylan Prime. So a few moments.
I know. I don't
What's that?
take any
Thank goodness.
temporal
Yeah.
fuckery for granted.
Who knows?
It
Yeah,
does
we can't
take.
get good Blue Dolphin still, right?
What's that?
We're not getting anything from Blue
No,
Dolphin.
static.
Okay.
No one's replying at Blue Dolphin.
Am I able to connect to the security cameras and just see what it looks like inside that base?
You're able to get, without rolling, because at this point, Lacey, it'd be kind of silly with planetary scale, you can actually look down and connect to the fact that Blue Dolphin's power is off. There's no power at Blue Dolphin base.
Blue Dolphin was run off of tidal, right?
Yes, largely tidal. It also had a huge energy reserve, but yes, clean energy is essentially what ran Blue Dolphin base.
How long does air work?
I can respond to that. The air down there, if all systems had shut down and if it was operating under reserve, it would last a week
It's been 2.5 weeks.
since you've been gone.
Yes.
We don't know when it broke down, and is this comparable to the initial state we found it in?
Yes.
Okay, because
For the
I know at
100th
least
time on this journey, Cass is like holding her arms in this weird posture that indicates I am not punching a hole in this spaceship. If I move at all, I'm worried we're all gonna die. And if you don't get me out of here, I'm gonna. Yeah, all of that is going on, but it just looks like this.
and it's a war droid that's responding, kind of curling in on itself.
So, sorry, what?
This doesn't mean it's bad.
It doesn't? Good.
Maybe she turned off the lights.
Okay.
And we know Sal was okay there for a very long time under these conditions. So Sal's gonna be okay.
Okay.
If the corpse already knew where Blue Dolphin base was, probably
They're hiding.
they're hiding.
Okay. But
Turned off doesn't mean broken.
Maybe we should try to find them and establish contact to know, because we don't want to get ambushed if Blue Dolphin was weaponized.
they're probably not suffocating. Got snacks. You heard from anybody? Can we get anyone on the phone? Space phone?
I can try to raise KP.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If everything we saw didn't happen, then something else did. I'm way over my head, y'all.
Or maybe it will happen. Maybe we just saw like a preview of what will happen. Or could happen.
Right.
Which means Kylan. Or whichever, you know which one I mean.
Kylan Prime has the position to give us the context about whatever has happened, wherever we're landing, whenever, and dimensionally, ever.
Yep.
I'm gonna call Kylan now.
Okay.
Screen in front of you flickers a little bit as you start making the connections. And Lacey, riding the carrier wave of your technological powers, you're able to make a quick connection to the mansion of Kylan Prime. It takes a few moments for static to come through, but it's basically like making a phone call. And after a few moments pass, you see static as and Mendoza's face comes up on screen. And it says, yes, this is... And then his mouth drops open.
I scooch over so there's room for Cobalt's face to pop into frame so you can see him.
Hello, Mendoza. And he just goes, you're alive. I'm gonna get the old man. I'll be right back. And then he exits the frame.
I'm going to lay Girl from Ipanema over the audio while we wait.
Okay. You catch Mendoza in the background. Faint echoes off of the ceilings and the marbled floor of saying, "You're just gonna have to come and see." And a few moments pass, and you hear the very recognizable signature tapping sounds of the cane on the floor until finally, coming into frame, you see the weathered face of Kylan Prime. And upon sight of Lacey and Kobold, you see his hand start to go to his mouth, and he just... It's a miracle.
Hi.
What? I don't... I have no idea which questions to start asking first.
Ask him what happened. Ask him if everybody's okay. Ask him if all that stuff we saw happened and if he's heard from Blue Dolphin Base and how Charlie is. And if you could...
Well, at least Cass is imitating exactly how I feel, wherever she is over there.
Hey!
Hello, Cass. What? All right. I'll ask, you ask, I'll ask, you ask. My first question is this pretty much a given, but is this channel secured? Good. What do you need to know?
What's been going on while we've been gone?
A young reporter named Casey Montgomery wrote a story about all of you. It went into the papers. There's now been an official investigation opened up on behalf of federal governments. Anti-corporation sentiments have started to rise, and corporate LA has been playing very nice. Other than that, it's been completely quiet down here. Except for the fact that I have not had any contact with Blue Dolphin Base.
Are we in the timeline with the news report?
Hey, did anyone get killed on live TV?
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Good heavens,
Weird
no.
question, but you gotta answer.
Did you say no?
No, no one's been killed on live TV.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
No reason.
Oh yeah.
What happened to you all up there?
I issue a travel alert on the moon
Okay.
to like astronauts internationally because we know what the deal is. Like, they need to know not to go to the moon.
So,
Saying that just made me realize.
so that's literally tapping into like the worldwide relay of international communications. So if you want to put up a flag alert to the space agencies of the world, that's going to be a roll.
Okay.
It is going to be difficulty 8.
Warn the moon. Cool. Is that a tech use check?
I mean, yes, technically you are using... Yes, that would be a tech use check. I mean, you're essentially tapping into the satellite relay transfers across the planet right now to act... Yes, I would say that definitely qualifies as tech use.
All right, I'll expend a level of effort.
Okay, so you take a moment, you see that glow begin to appear in Lacey's eyes, and a few seconds pass, and it's done. You already can anticipate there's gonna be a ton of questions about the authenticity of the message and where the hell it's coming from, but you do know that people are going to want to verify, and they're gonna point their telescopes at the moon.
Yeah.
So, Kylan once again leans forward and says, "What happened?"
Oh, I have a quick question though first. Did anybody ask what happened to the Discovery shuttle? Or the Endeavor shuttle?
Yes, it made the news. There's footage of the shuttle flying out of Los Angeles
Yeah, we've
Without-
been used before.
without rocket boosters.
And they have no clue like what happened?
The poor woman who went to Tahiti probably lost her job.
I suspect it's been a bit buried, and it's only in that... How do I put this? Shortly after the shuttle left the atmosphere, jets were scrambled from Air Force bases in California. Shortly after that, Kylan Kraus came under scrutiny since the shuttle left his museum. Only to turn up the fact that it should not have been possible since there was no evidence the shuttle ever truly left except for static, blurred images on camera footage. Essentially, the shuttle just up and disappeared, according to all investigations, and was last seen flying out of the atmosphere.
Wow, we're part of like a urban space legend now.
Is this? I wonder.
I'm sorry. I'm glad you're amused. I need to know what happened.
Oh yes, sorry.
We don't
okay.
know. Except a couple of things.
A lot of stuff happened.
We exposit
Okay.
extensively.
Yeah.
After about 10 minutes into the story is when you see Mendoza sit down in the background and he's sipping a cup of tea and just the look on his face, even though he's wearing his mirror shades, you can tell behind the glasses, the furrowed brow, the worry. KP just sits there and nods through it. And his facial expressions begin to change as well as you begin to visit the more incredible aspects of what took place up there. And when you're done, there's a long stretch of silence as KP lets it settle in. That's a lot. How are you holding up?
About like that.
Best see me when you get back into town, and we can decide what to do next.
Got anywhere we can put a spaceship?
Possibly. Let me make some calls.
We'll be in touch.
I will, for the moment, for the time being, recommend you don't tell anyone else you're on your way back just yet. Just give it a little time and let me get a lay of the land to find out how that's going to go down. Right now, a lot of people think you're all gone.
Not all of us. If you or anyone knows how to track down Anika Patel.
That is a woman who is very difficult to find when she doesn't want to be found. But I will do what I can. I've been avoiding getting visual on Blue Dolphin for fear that it might be watched or that something has happened there.
Something's happened there.
It's entirely possible it is in Dr. Patel's nature that she deliberately went dark after it became clear you weren't coming back.
She is now established to be the smartest person in the cosmos, so.
Judging from the story you tell me, that would appear to be the case.
So, whatever she did.
And I will do what I can.
Thank you.
Mendoza, you'll see to that.
Say hi to Uncle Charlie, please.
I'm right here! You see Uncle Charlie's head come into frame. Hi, I'm right here, I'm right here. Hi,
I went in.
Cass.
Hey!
Hey, Oya. So, that sounds like a week? And you see, KP says, would you like to, yeah, do you mind? Yeah, just kind of forcing KP out of the seat, sits down. Hi. So, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I gotta go to facilities. I leave.
You move away, and Charlie just... Is she okay?
We're all kind of, just kind of messed up.
We lost someone.
Who'd you lose?
One of us.
After pausing, I go to follow Cass
Okay.
slowly to give her.
Are you here or are you in your room?
I've just been in the corner.
Okay.
I haven't been responding.
Charlie talks a little bit longer with you all, doing the basic rounds, but you start to get a sense from Charlie that he feels helpless. He starts asking inane questions, and you can see a bit of desperation in his eyes when it becomes clear that he's becoming more burdensome than supportive. there's a sigh of resignation and says, oh, I'll let y'all go. I'll see you when you get back. I'm really happy you're okay, and yeah, and everything else.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Did you want to? Okay. KP says he'll talk to y'all when you're back.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have a good day.
Stay safe, okay?
will do.
Transmission cuts off. Cobalt takes a deep sigh and says, I think I'm just going to go up in the front and stare more at lights or something. And floats on towards the front of the shuttle.
What part of the shuttle are we in right now?
In the old shuttle, this would be considered the cargo bay. This is a very large. This shuttle is much smaller than the shuttle you came up on. However, it does have a very large space for equipment transfer and whatnot, and it has some pretty comfortable seats. But for the most part, you're in the main bodied area of the shuttle, specifically towards the front, where it looks like there's a communications hub, essentially, which is what you just used to make a quick phone call.
I'd like to look through whatever equipment there is to see if there's some type of data pad or computer or something.
Are you searching for ciphers?
Well, yes. I mean, narratively, Oya's looking for because she didn't bring her design rig, so she's looking for something else. Maybe she could like patch together
Right.
to do that with her through her
Okay.
wristband. But yes,
What? Go ahead. Let's just do this. Let me get up here. Let's just do this. Go ahead and roll 2d10.
I did bring my D10s.
Aha! Make a 2d10
2d10.
roll real quick.
Percentile? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
43.
Is it a bomb?
Guys,
Did we roll
I swear to God, if it's a bomb, Eric.
I can't believe how often you roll this. It's amazing. At this
We
point,
have
it's
a
like,
blast here on C6. Yeah, they.
no,
let
it's
me
not.
here
It's
on
not a
purpose.
bomb. It's you just rolled yet another.
Yes.
Which one?
Gimme.
This is a meditation aid.
Hey,
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some.
So, so yes, you actually come across what looks like a small device that fits perfectly onto the side of someone's head, like around the temple area. Really comfortable with a padded like adhesive that you just slide on there. And you've seen this before.
Yeah.
Typically a meditation aid. In the case of astronauts, this can help reduce anxiety. Through long space flight, things can get kind of rough sometimes up here. This can actually help regulate heart and sort of calm your mind a little bit. What this does, roll d6 and add +2.
5.
So it's a level 5. This restores a number of points equal to the cipher's level to the user's intellect pool.
Wow. That's great.
So no computer stuff that you can see that would necessarily help you pass the time per se, or allow you to access any kind of digital weaving that Oya is known for doing. But you are coming across some useful equipment. You also come across a few rifles, which are definitely not standard issue for astronauts. These are assault rifles. With 6 full clips of plasma rounds.
Whoa.
That are only usually seen in militaries, or in the case, a militarized corporate Los Angeles.
All right. Ammunition for Cobalt.
Yeah.
Well, we if we need it, we have some juice. Why did I say juice? Ammunition, guns and stuff.
It's so much worse than juice.
I wish it was juice. You know what? Honestly, I wish it was juice.
Can I crush him?
Yeah. I mean, be
Is
careful.
that dangerous?
Just, we're not gonna load them first, but yeah, you could probably make them bendy and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Bendy.
Like a dog.
Too soon.
Balloon animal.
I try to make balloon animals out of the gun. I'm not a sculptor.
yeah, both attempts, the rifles eventually snap and break. The metal fatigue just sets in and begins to crack open to the point when you just see the interior casings just pop open and the technology just pop out. You essentially bend, break, and destroy these guns outright with your bare hands.
I'll put the circuit boards in something better and less gunny.
Oh, is that what this was?
And now you've broken it open so I can get it in.
You're welcome.
Hacker rebel.
It's like art now, too. Looks like a sculpture.
What are we gonna do?
You know what? As soon as I get back to my rig, we're gonna figure this out. We have to. There's a way back to him, and there's a way for him to get back to us. And that stupid giant goblin monster isn't gonna... he doesn't get our Anton.
It's gonna take a while, but we can do it.
Yeah.
We went to the moon.
Went to the freaking moon.
And we have it on good authority. Several very, very powerful beings said that we're the most powerful things in the universe. So you know what?
He's kicking
be
everything's
okay.
ass right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the...
Moon cost will rue the day.
You didn't see it. He's not okay. You didn't see it.
I go over to Hops. Hey, honey. I'm so sorry you had to look at that thing. So terrible.
Anton doesn't know. He doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't know how to.
He does know how to fight. We've fought right alongside him.
Not that thing.
Hey, Hops. You can't think like that, okay? I mean, if any of us to get trapped in a hole with a scary thing, Anton's been preparing to be calm and awesome his whole life.
He saved me twice now, and the one time that I could have done something to help him, I couldn't even stand up. It's. I don't want to talk right now. I just go back in the corner.
Okay.
Okay.
Hobbs pushes herself away from the wall and drifts back to the back corner of the shuttle. Where, by the way, at that point, you catch a glimpse of an angry Hobbs taking seat away from everyone else. And not too far away, just up the aisle, is Moonlight, who is staring out the window. And if there's one thing you can notice with her, is that her jaw is constantly clenching and unclenching as she's staring out the window. And she hasn't looked away from looking out that window, even with all the commotion that's happening around her.
I had written down a note and just put it by her stuff if she wants to talk.
A note?
Yeah, but just wrote it, left it.
You're not in Honey Baby right now, right? You're just kind of
Yeah.
floating free? You are? Okay,
I'm
so
in space.
you move over, and Honey Baby, as you put this note down next to her, her hand shoots out and grabs Honey Baby's hand for a second. And she slowly turns and looks at you. And for a split second, you think you're looking at Oniko. She looks at you and she says, I don't hurt people.
I know.
Vunkos is not people to me. And then she slowly turns and looks right back out the window and gently lets go. But you see when she does let go, she's holding the note. And she just keeps looking out that window.
I'll float off.
Okay. You float off. This is the journey.
I'm gonna go get everyone some food.
In the back, there is a full complement of rations for the journeys. Probably about 5 days worth. And it does come in various varieties. You find astronaut ice cream. Eat a few chips of it. You wouldn't have guessed it's ice cream. You would think after all this time, it may have improved. Unfortunately, really hasn't. Distributing amongst everybody, it does get everyone a little more leveled off as food is passed out.
You haven't eaten in 2 weeks.
I grab the piece, but I just hold it in my hand, and so when I let it go, it's actually just a burnt crisp.
I go over to Hops. I know you're probably not going to want this right now. I'm holding the meditation patch. But when you're ready for it, it's yours. I'll hold on to it for you. Because I'm scared that you're going to, like, burn it or something.
Probably.
But it's right here in my pocket, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Moya.
So, unless there's anything else, we'll do a time skip. 24 hours later, give or take. Y'all are the big, beautiful stone that is Earth is clearly in view outside the windows. That ambient, angelic, cyan-colored glow, that halo that surrounds that precious planet, the oceans below and the cloud cover. And even from up here, you can see that coming up around the horizon is a very familiar continent. It's a quick glimpse of how, a reminder of how your world up until this point, really, being just normal people who were thrust in these incredible circumstances, your whole world has been between the great city skyscrapers of Los Angeles. There hasn't been any time to think about or wonder about how the rest of the world is feeling or reacting to what goes on these incredible levels of influence in the halls of power. But coming into view as the horizon begins to grow to the point where the curvature becomes less and less obvious, you're all starting to get the sense that everything has changed now. That nothing is going to be the way it was. And that the stage has gotten a lot bigger. A lot more is at stake. And it takes Lacey about 20 minutes to find an adequate space to re-entry window, so to speak. Thankfully, the technology existing today, it's actually not as complicated to re-enter Earth's atmosphere as it once was when space travel first began.
But I do have to coordinate with planes that aren't coordinating with me.
That's kind of what I mean by window.
That's why it takes 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's so looking for that right re-entry window. You've managed to, I mean, again, it's a roll that would probably be at a difficulty level 7. Is there a point for Lacey to roll it?
Depends on what goes into it.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, my technopathic shifts go into it.
Yes.
The sweet baby is my co-pilot. My ship computer.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that's 5, and then machines. Yeah, that's a 7.
Okay. So, again, just a few minutes for you to find a good window, and for those, if it's not matching up perfectly, Lacey, you're able to do a little mental gymnastics in order to make it work correctly, so that window appears for you. By the way, it's at this point, during the past 24 hours, KP has found a place for you all to touch down near the Mojave Desert, an airbase that was once used by Virgin Galactic back in the early 21st century. Right now, it is an airfield that is typically rented out to people, particularly for commercial spaceflight when needed. It is abandoned at the moment.
Oh, God.
KP has pulled in some favors and has opened up that airfield so that no one's watching when you guys touch down. The entry into Earth's atmosphere is a lot more dramatic than you were prepared for. There is, of course, that low roar as you begin to slide across the sky, the ambient red glow of fire igniting under the belly of the shuttle. A few moments of that as the rattling begins to begin as the entire shuttle a tremor just coursing through the spine of the entire ship, rattling everyone's teeth. Until finally, after a few moments, as temperatures build and build and build and build on the body of the shuttle, and then the fire vanishes. And in stark contrast to the roar of flying through that blue sky, it is now quite calm. It's almost like an aircraft engine outside. And you are all feeling the rather dizzying effects of gravity suddenly reasserting itself in a natural state upon all of you. It's kind of nice. It's not, thankfully, the time you all have spent in space has not been particularly troublesome on the body, gravitationally speaking. There was gravity on the moon base, and you've only had a lack of gravity when you have been on the shuttle and outside on the surface of the planet, of the moon. Your bodies adjust rather quickly. Ears are popping a little bit, even though the inside is pressurized. And after a few moments, you see you have entered what looks like nighttime in the Mojave Desert. And you see the trajectory of where the airfield is at.
Weird.
Lacey, I'm going to give you the opportunity if you want. No, I don't think you'd be able to do this, actually.
That's fair.
I was going to suggest you could probably jam radar so you don't get spotted coming in. You could certainly jam the source of the radar, but there's literally thousands of sources of radar that's going to spot anything coming through the atmosphere. So I would say what you could probably do is change what you look like to that radar, or anybody who's trying to spot you.
Yeah.
So using your mental powers,
I'll look like space trash, and I'll manufacture a finding from a local, like, astronomy whiz of, hey, I found a space trash!
Okay. It's a few minutes of gliding with thruster power until you begin to see the familiar sights of a stretch of land that has very few lights currently activated. Lacey, of course, is able to see the runway just fine, despite the fact that it's not lit up the way a shuttle would need for a touchdown landing. And not long after that, the jolt in your seats as you all hit the runway. The shuttle immediately activates its reverse repulse. And you hear the popping sound, the snap of a large chute opening up behind the shuttle. And you get confirmation that everything is deployed. And you decelerate until finally the shuttle reaches a normal driving speed of about 120 miles an hour and continues to decelerate. And slowly comes to a stop as you reach towards the end of the runway. Unless you intend on navigating it elsewhere. Do you have any plans with that? Otherwise, the shuttle will come to a stop.
Yep, no, don't think I'm gonna taxi back to LA.
You're just like, make a left here.
It's a thought.
Shuttle turns and swivels off the runway to clear and comes to a stop. And you all hear the engines powering down and safety belts unclasping as Cobalt stands up. Moonlight stands up.
Are we okay? Can we get out of
Now
here?
free to move about the planet.
Welcome back home.
Can open the door. The whole planet.
Except for the back.
The door swings open easily. About 200 feet away,
Welcome home, Lacey.
as the ramp just goes lowers down to the asphalt of the runway. About 200 feet away, you see a very familiar black car that's lit up, so you can see it clearly. And Mendoza standing outside the driver's side door and just begins to walk up with his arms folded, hair whipping in the breeze as he's approaching. It's warm, even at night. Local temperature is probably about 92 degrees. So as you all approach,
February.
as you're all approaching, he walks up and says, I want to say welcome home, but Well, welcome home. It's good to see you all. I've got a ride for you all back to, oh yeah, didn't think of that. And Mendoza looks at Honey Baby, who's just standing there and says, yeah, I can't, I'm sorry, Lacey, car ain't gonna.
Yeah. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. You're big.
Yeah.
U-Haul?
What all is nearby?
There is a hangar that's been emptied out for a while.
Any cars?
No.
Trucks?
Trucks or
No.
vans? We're looking
No.
for nearest
Yeah.
trucks or vans.
However, you could play your intrusion.
Difficult.
You could play your intrusion and make it so there happens to be a truck out here. You can make one thing true, just as long as it pertains to your character. In this case, if you want to say that there is transportation out here. Or what we could do is
Get someone to drive the SUV, rent a truck from somewhere nearby, sit in a truck, or
So,
a U-Haul, or
we'll
what
say
have
this.
you.
So essentially what ends up happening is road trip shenanigans on a very subdued level.
Yeah.
It is minorly humorous that Mendoza arrived completely unprepared for this eventuality, which requires you all to drive to a U-Haul place and get a trailer, drive back.
It's like when you land after a big international flight, but now your luggage is gone and you have to run around getting like substitute clothes or something, and you're
Yeah.
already freaking exhausted and all the way done.
This has a surreal quality to it after everything you've all been through. The mundanity of just acquiring a trailer at a local business so you can transport Honey Baby back to where you're going after everything that's happened. There's a quality of absurdity to it. And at one point, Cobalt just, he's just like, I don't know why, but it actually is kind of nice that it feels normal somehow.
Where are we going? Back to KP's?
Mendoza says, I can take you back to KP's. If that's what you want. Yeah. Where did you leave Abigail?
Amelia?
Amelia?
Amelia,
Oh, Abigail.
Amelia.
I'll never leave behind Abigail. She's always in my heart.
We
I was gonna
never
say, I
will.
was like, where's my, what? My ship?
We've been talking spaceships. What can I say?
Ground
We've been talking spaceships.
sailing.
No, but it's still in space.
Somewhere, exactly. We wouldn't ground it to this planet.
Thank you.
It would never go to the planet.
Never.
No.
Unless that planet was very interesting.
It was in the general nearby. I believe it's how we got to the museum. So she was not very far. Yeah. Where
think you-
I at least need to go anyway.
I believe you actually programmed it to return, didn't you?
That also sounds like a clever thing that I might have done.
I mean, if you want, so just
But I'm not ship spoken with Amelia right now, so
Oh, okay,
I wouldn't
I
be
see.
able to raise her.
And
okay.
return to the base, are you saying?
Well, at some
Yeah.
point, yeah, we need to get Amelia
Oh, no, I mean,
so that we can return to the base.
programmed
Yeah.
Amelia to return to the base.
I don't remember. I forgot to do a continuity check from last season. I should have remembered, but I was like, maybe this won't come up. So
It happens.
don't be me, kids.
It happens.
But no, we do need to stop at the. I need to stop at the museum anyway because I need to go into a closet, a supply closet in there.
So the drive back to Los Angeles, again, is just another moment of surrealism. It has that strange streak of normality to it, which does not fit into your lives anymore. Looking out the window and eventually seeing the city lights of this mega city up ahead of you, with its flying cars and its towering skyscrapers that are the halls of power of enemies that have been seeking all of you, and has now become a symbol of the throne of power for an entity that wants to see you all dead. But underneath those shadows is a huge city that is slowly coming to know your names and who needs you. But it doesn't escape any of you that as of tonight, Los Angeles has one less citizen. Mendoza's very quiet when he's driving you all back home. And as you enter the city limits, you come across, of course, that familiar LA traffic that after all these hundreds of years still persists. A few hours pass until you were finally pulling up to the outskirts of corporate Los Angeles. It is a very quiet night in LA, and it's a lot cooler here than it was in the Mojave. It's still pretty warm, though, for this time of year.
Interesting.
Mendoza opens the door, pulls open the U-Haul trailer in the back, and turns to all of you and says, I can wait here.
I want to do a quick check of the security cameras inside the museum to see if anyone's there.
And close your eyes. Typical night crew. You see a couple of people walking by. You do see the area taped off where the shuttle has mysteriously vanished. And it has all these huge plastic curtains that have been draped down from the ceiling to the floor, denoting it as a scene of investigation.
Would you get Aurora? I think I'm conspicuous.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
He's in that closet.
Right. Do you think she's still allowed inside there?
Maybe someone different?
Okay. I turned myself into Joe, but Joe in one of their uniforms.
You all watch. Luma has gotten very good at this.
I get that.
In front of all of you, the shape-shifting that takes place, the level of detail.
It just, as soon as I point, it just...
Whoa.
I follow the defaults.
Be right back.
Thank you.
As you approach the door, one of the security officers at night comes
Ding,
walking
ding,
up,
ding, ding, ding.
looks at the window at you and says,
Forgot my card.
swipes, unlocks, cracks it open and says, you forgot your card?
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't get back in. I forgot my card. I left something up in the top office. I'm the earlier crew.
Make a roll.
Okay.
Difficulty about this, let's see. Not presenting any identification up front, doesn't recognize you, wearing the uniform. I'm going to put this at challenging, so difficulty 5.
5? Okay.
That's immediate 2 down.
Immediate 2 down.
And then the mimic helps, so that's another 3.
So I'm at a 2.
I think so, yeah.
2 and then... Have I,
And
how
then
many?
you'll have a... Do you have a free level on intellect yet?
Yeah,
Yeah. So then that gets you down to 1.
1.
So you need 3 or better. 7.
7.
Okay, a few moments later, and he says, yeah, okay. Come on in. You're not a
Great,
reporter,
great,
I
great.
take it, right? You're the real deal?
No, I really have to be in and out fast. The
right.
missus is gonna kill me. I'm late for dinner.
Oh, yeah, get in. Come on in then.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, I thought about dating. It
Yeah?
doesn't really work for me, though, you know. This job eats up a lot of time. He
Okay.
starts walking next to you, puts his hands in his pockets, and says, I kind of want something more for myself, though, you know. I've been thinking about leaving the whole security guard thing. It's just...
What's your
stressful.
dreams?
I don't know. I thought about maybe being an artist or something, but I'm not very artistic. But I just think, you know, it'd be great to learn how to carve stuff, you know? You know, like carpentry. But I've never built anything in my life. I just don't know where to start. And it's kind of intimidating. It's like, you know, what do? You know? Like,
You just do.
should I go to school for that, though?
Just do. You want to
maybe I'll
build
just do
something,
it.
build something.
Yeah. I mean, I tell myself that. I don't know. I just don't think I'm cut out for this work anymore. You're a...
I got lots of different jobs.
Yeah?
This is only one.
Oh, that's
I
smart.
say go for it.
Yeah, no, I would do more, but you know, corporate health and all that, and plus I'm starting to see a therapist now, which is always good.
Hey,
And,
congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
Awesome.
Had some stuff happen to me on this job that scared the hell out of me, so I've been like working through that. But you know,
What's your name?
Trevor. Yeah, I've been a security guard for corporate LA for about like 2 years, I guess.
Wow, I bet a lot's happened to you.
Yeah. couple of things. But hey, you know, it still pays the bills. I'm sorry, you're here for something. I'm totally unlucky.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Been nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Good luck getting back home to the missus. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
sit here. Don't be insulted. I've got to watch the place.
Hey, if you want to do something, I'd say that's a pretty good sign you should do it.
Oh, I thought you were asking me out.
Oh. Sorry.
No, that's okay. It makes me feel like I still got hope. No, yeah, you're right. I should look into that. Yeah. Don't be offended. I'm gonna stand here and just kind of watch you,
That's okay.
because that's my job, and then I'll lock the door on your way out.
Oh, the sweet, sweet person.
Yeah, you do notice that Trevor does not have a firearm on him.
Right.
Soft boy.
There's an empty holster at his left side. Doesn't
You
even
know
have a
what?
taser gun in it. It's just completely empty.
I don't have a pencil, but I'm doing something. Just because I know Trevor. Trevor's lovely.
That's true.
I'm gonna spend 1 XP
Okay.
to, again, send some karma his way. I think he could use a stranger. A nice stranger.
Okay.
So I'll just say, well, why don't you go ask somebody out then?
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. Wood first, though, right? I mean, carving wood. Obviously not. Never mind. Forget it.
I'm walking away just going, why not both?
Yeah, that'd be okay, I guess. So you find that utility closet,
Yep.
and you open it up, and there she is, as beautiful and as technological as she ever was.
See you again.
She responds to your voice, and you see the lights on the wheels immediately illuminate.
Nice. All right. Let's get you out of here.
Wheel her out.
Someone's waiting for you.
All right, so as you're wheeling her out, Trevor just says, "Hey, have a good night. It was good talking to you. Thanks for being my therapist there for about 5 minutes or something. It was nice. And good
No,
luck."
just a friend. You've already got one of those.
Yeah, nice chair.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah, holds the door open for you.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't get your name.
Joe.
Joe. That's a good name. Shakes your hand. Says, yeah,
That's what my mother thought.
Hopefully I'll see you. Hopefully I'll see you around.
Yeah. And hopefully I don't, actually.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're doing. Yeah, no, maybe. We'll see.
Bye.
Closes the door. As you
That's the first human being. No.
as you move away from
So good.
as you move away from the building, a few moments later, an older woman approaches and stands next to Joe, watching you leave the building with the chair, and just says, "Who is that?"
Joe, you mean Trevor?
Oh, Trevor. Sorry, yeah.
That's okay.
As you're leaving, this woman sort of like behind you, as you're not really seeing this, but she says, "Who was that?" And Trevor says, "Oh, that was Joe. Yeah, Joe's a friend of mine, so it's good. Yeah, Joe's a friend of mine." Do you like carpentry? And she looks at him and says, "It's a very unique way to start a conversation, Trevor." And she turns and walks away, and he watches her go and says, Yeah, it's a little unique, I guess." And he turns and glances back at her as she leaves, as he goes back to his station.
That's so precious.
You see the familiar ambient blue glow of your chair appear as the closest person in your life outside your family is pushing her along. As you approach the stairs leading down from LA, the stairs go, and immediately you just wheel her on down, and Aurora comes rolling right up to you.
Shake off, Joe.
It's pretty amazing, like SFX going on right there.
Yeah.
Shakes off as these white locks fall down with the pink tips, and Luma stands before all of you.
Can't get used to that.
Yeah.
I hope you don't. Sorry. There we go. Sorry, little Joe stuck.
On instinct, Honey Baby reaches in and goes, And you, for the first time in a spell, you feel your body stretch as you, the mount casing pushes you down so that you can slide easily into Aurora. It literally looks like Honeybaby's guts, facilitating Lacey, have removed themselves so Lacey can easily slide into Aurora. And then they just fold back and the chest cavity closes up.
Honeybaby throws me up. We got it.
Yeah. And Honeybaby comes to a standing position. Greetings, Aurora. You pat Aurora. You don't hear Aurora reply, but
So it's gonna be like that.
there's no. Well, you are also aware that Honeybaby is currently talking to Aurora as opposed to connecting to Aurora.
No, they can have their moment. I won't eavesdrop. They've been away for a while.
I forgot.
Here's my impression of Aurora. It's been 2.5 weeks. What are you doing? I was in a closet.
Not even a text, bitch. What
You
the
didn't. Oh, you didn't. Right?
But it's nice sitting down again.
So yeah,
Breathing free air.
Honeybaby immediately walks right back up the ramp and goes into a standby position.
Stand by.
Mendoza pulls down and says, "All right, where to?"
We have to find Dr. Patel.
Yep.
KP hasn't been able to locate her just yet, but he also hasn't checked Blue Dolphin.
We have to go to Blue Dolphin.
Yeah. I want to try something. I'll meet you there.
Oh.
I jump.
Cass jumps, and that jump just keeps going. And you all hear the whipping sound as she speeds off into the night air. And after passing through the glow of the city lights, you lose sight of her.
Oh my God, we're totally superheroes now.
Cass, the wind is roaring past your ears.
This is weird.
And as the temperature begins to drop somewhat, as you get away from the ambient heat of the pavement, still dissipating from the hot afternoon sun earlier today, and eventually you take up towards the sky to the point where you are eye level with some of these huge megaplexes.
How high can I go?
How high do you want to go?
Higher.
Further.
You continue to go up and up and up and up and up.
Until last year, I had never left this city, and I've just gone to the moon. I just saw the desert for the first time, but I can't come home because we're not home yet, because we're not all home. So that's. I'm just cycling through all of that in my head and just up and up and up and up and up.
Eventually, you enter the cloud cover, and moments later, break through it to where you are above the skies of Los Angeles. Moments and moments later, you find yourself at about an altitude which you must guess the typical plane flies, so around 30,000 feet.
Oh my gosh.
Looking down at the map, the air up here very thin, and above you, just like it was when you were in the shuttle, is the pristine night sky. And just beyond that night sky, you see a very calm, lonely-looking moon looking back down at you.
Hey, buddy.
I suddenly feel really stupid. Just hanging in the middle of the sky.
It's quiet. The occasional roar of the wind near your ears. You can see your breath being lost.
I just close my eyes and drop for a while.
You silently fall back through the cloud cover. For a moment, your world is total darkness, this opaque, grayish amalgam, just a fog all around you, until eventually the mottled lights of Los Angeles below are an indication that it's coming into your vision again, until you finally break through the cloud cover and find yourself free falling.
When I eventually decide to slow down, what happens?
You begin to slow down. By your will, you just... The roar of the wind begins to subside, and you find yourself above this never sleeping city. From up here, you can hear the soft roar of life continuing on as it always has.
Which way is the ocean?
It's right behind you. And in that direction, you can actually see from this angle with the city lights, scars. The scars of Los Angeles, where the old was built and the new was left to overtake. You can see Baldwin Island, the places where Sea Day couldn't conquer what was there. You see places that are completely new, and you see the very familiar bone shards of what was old Santa Monica peeking up through the waves, through the occasional path of silver moonlight that races across the ocean below you.
Do I see Raft City?
Raft City is very visible from this. It's in a sea of total darkness, with the occasional light from a buoy that's bouncing around in a very active night tide. There is a strip of golden light with multitudes of colors all about it, denoting all of the doors that people have their various lights lighting it up. The big ships that are still there. Raft City is, apart from LA, the chaos of all of that population and lights that are everywhere. Raft City just looks like this golden runway. And all of these multitude of lights glowing beneath you on the outstretch of the waters of the Pacific Ocean.
Or just stay there for a while.
And you are all headed back to Blue Dolphin?
Yeah, when they were at, during the museum stop, I'm gonna just go across the street to a convenience store or something.
Okay.
And secretly buy something and hide it in my coat.
Okay. You walk inside. Inside the convenience store, it is a very large, essential, just convenience stop. A couple of people are in here. Somebody having a conversation with the clerk. They appear to be old friends. You approach, make a purchase, whatever you're going to reveal it to be. And the person doesn't even give you a second look, keeps talking to his friend and says, yeah, have a good night. And goes back to talking. Again, it's like the world just keeps moving. No one's really noticing. And the electronic ding of the door as you move out back into the night air and cross the street to the barriers of central downtown corporate LA. You return to your friends a few moments later.
I've been, since the car ride home from the desert, I've had Anton's parents' address and phone number and contact info on my display, and I keep just closing it and then reopening it. So I'm kind of doing that. I probably look like I'm a bit off. Yeah, just constantly leaving it for a few minutes and then closing it. So I'm just doing that on the way back.
So unless there's anything else, should we cut to Raft City
Yeah, we'll need to
or Blue Dolphin?
maybe your family's boat to get over.
Yeah. Do we not have Amelia? Bedelia?
I'm not connected
Oh.
anymore. I was connected to the Endeavor,
Right.
and then
Yeah, no, I mean, we're good this time of day. Yeah, we could grab the boat. Huh. No one's seen that broadcast. Everything's not on fire down here.
I guess I hope.
Doesn't appear to be. Everything looks the same. I didn't think everything would look the same.
I mean, there's no real way to tell whether that was from an alternate dimension or whether we're in a different one now. I mean, there might be a way to tell, but I don't know. Not yet.
So we could be going home to different families?
I hope not.
Me too.
Why did it have to happen again?
Because sometimes things happen while you're trying to do good things. Just... It's okay. He's between everything. He's not gone, he's just everywhere now. You ready?
I'm going to press some of my weight of the back of my hand into your back and use the other one so that I can wheel one-handed and not take my arm out from around you.
It was always you pushing me forward.
I think you pushed me into like half of the things I ever did that were good.
Well, then it's mutual.
Yeah, where is she?
I mean, any shooting star is probably her.
With you.
Yeah.
And I'll figure it out.
We all will.
I love you.
I love you too.
Let's get our base back.
Let's get our lives back.
And then we get our city back.
While these encounters are happening, as you're standing quietly by yourself, Hops, amongst the city night, as Oya's returning from the convenience store, as everyone's waiting for a moment to see Cass return, or rather, Cass is going to meet you all there, so she's left. But as they're having this conversation and people are starting to load back up, you feel the gentle hand of Moonlight touch your arm. And she doesn't say anything, but you see the look on her face. And there is it's different with her. Whereas everyone else is concerned and wanting to express support, you can see in Moonlight a cold rage. And she doesn't make eye contact with you for a long moment, but her hand rests there as you clasp it. And then eventually, those dark eyes look up to meet you, and they say everything. And she doesn't utter a word, she just looks at you. And she nods. And gives it a small squeeze, but there is a maelstrom going on behind her eyes. And without even really needing to insight it, you get the sense that Moonlight is probably struggling with that same rage that you are. Having confronted, even though Moonlight did not make eye contact with Vunkos the way you did, the effect could not have been any different. The paralyzation and the absolute terror. You see that understanding in her face as she looks at you. And then she nods and moves towards the front of the vehicle. And at that point, Mendoza just starts saying, well, we should probably go for meeting Cass there.
Yeah, let's do it.
You get what you needed?
Yeah. Oh, I should have gotten some cafecito.
There's plenty at the base.
Well, yeah, let's get down there because I really need some.
Let's hope there's still my 5-year supply down there.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Yeah.
So we'll cut to the outskirts of Raft City then.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the entry point. So you all pull up, and Mendoza looks back at everyone and says, all right, well, I guess if you need anything else, let me know. Honey Baby's probably going to get a lot of attention going into Raft City. Do you want to hang out with me? And he shouts back to Honey Baby. And Honey Baby leans down, just, yes, I think I would like that. And Mendoza, a little alarmed at the reply, just goes, okay. Well, good. We'll be buds. Buds. Yeah. Okay.
I think you've just been designated a friendly.
Oh, all right. Huh. You, don't take this the wrong way. You just seem a little more, personable. Yes, and you're anticipating what I'm saying, so that's kind of new. Thank you. You are welcome. This is weird. Yeah,
Definitely the weird part.
okay. So yeah, Honey Baby and I'll hang out until we can figure out how to get Honey Baby back into Blue Dolphin Base.
Yeah, once we find Amelia,
How are you gonna find her?
Did you put like some type of tracking device?
No, we disabled it on purpose.
Oh, everything? Completely dark?
Then you don't get tracked.
Do you have a channel? Can you call her?
We know what she looks like.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
True.
That is ultimately going to be the way that I find her.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll head back to Beverly Hills. You've never seen Beverly Hills. No, I have not. I have not seen a lot of Los Angeles. Well, I can show you some Beverly Hills. How about that?
Cut to a shopping montage.
Yeah. Tell you what. There's some fine art. I'd love to see what a giant robot thinks of fine art. I'll take you to KP's house. There's some statues you can look at. We can make it fun.
Take notes.
Very well.
Say hi to Uncle Charlie for us, Honey Baby.
I will. Goodbye, Operator Lacey. When will I see you again?
Let me know whenever you want to come back, and I'll find you, but I'll call you as soon as we have a way to get you back to Blue Dolphin Base.
Understood.
I love you.
And I love you, Operator Lacey. Was that correct? Mendoza just goes, yeah, that's how we do it. Good. I am now having existential thoughts. And sits down and says, I must ponder. Sitting down, this trailer goes, and Mendoza just goes, I'm gonna need to open a bottle of whiskey or something for this. This is pretty wild.
Sweet baby, when you ponder, take this pose.
Yes, Operator. Yes. And
Sweet
goes,
baby?
Oh, wow.
freezes up.
Is everything okay?
No.
What just happened?
You, Go ahead and make a roll.
Yeah.
This is a technology roll.
Okay,
and
cool.
It's going to be difficulty 7.
All right.
Sweet baby's off button on their chin? Roll for identity crisis?
I mean, this is not Sweet Baby's first existential crisis. That was season 1. They're trained.
This is midlife crisis?
Absolutely not. Nowhere near midlife. This is like teeny tiny, itsy bitsy fraction crisis. Is this a tech use check?
What's that?
Is this a tech use then?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a diagnostic check, essentially.
All right. I usually have 7 in that, but I'm checking Sweet Baby, so I'll expend a level of effort and get back up to 7.
Okay. Sweet Baby, you're able to immediately tap into Honey. Oh yeah, I guess it is Honey Baby still because it's the body and the mind connected into one form. So, as you, the moment you tap into Honey Baby, you realize what's happening. The reason why communication suddenly stopped and Honey Baby froze is because Honey Baby is suddenly receiving an onslaught of information, all coming from its internal processor. It takes you a moment to realize, where's this coming from as you're starting to get images, but Lacey, Honey Baby's memory is flooding back into every single part of its core. And you're seeing flashes all over of its origin, Honey Baby's use. You're seeing a lot of things come flooding back into Honey Baby's processing. And it's too much. And Honey Baby is literally trying to organize the data as it comes racing back in.
I'd like to help.
You're trying to sort through it, but you're getting disjointed images. You're getting images of what looks like a quick image of what looks like a naval destroyer of some kind that you've never seen before. There's an explosion. There's fire and screaming. There is a sense of detachment suddenly, an urgency to fulfill programming that's being denied. You hear gunfire. Another explosion, and then the last thing you see before these images come to an end is someone closing a large secured box in a military uniform. You hear the words say, "Just get rid of it. They can't find it." Closing it. And Honey Baby's just.
It's okay. Take your time. Process it. It's okay.
Just no reaction, just kind of twitches again.
You're okay. I love you no matter what.
You're certain Honey Baby is hearing you. And every now and then just a twitch. But dead quiet.
Yeah.
And do we know what happened?
No, you just saw Honey Baby in a tender moment in the middle of saying something, immediately start getting recognition wrong, and then going into a full kind of episode.
Is everything okay?
Sweet baby's feeling everything.
Remembering everything.
What do you mean remembering everything? Remembering what?
Before we found them.
Oh.
It's a lot, so. But they'll be okay.
Honey, it's okay. You can feel it.
You lean up against this big, cold metal arm, and Honey Baby just
Yeah.
continues to react. Yeah.
You're just steeping like cafecita.
Mendoza just says, I can look after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know if anything changes. Let me know if they say anything. Keep me completely posted on everything. Actually, you know what? I just tap.
Okay.
Communication. I'll know.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably the best. I've never had a dog before, so.
They're a person. They're a whole person.
Hey, I love dogs. Dogs are people to me.
Let's go.
Oh my God, Lacey's malfunctioning too.
Are you okay?
Boat.
Boat. Let's go. Boat. Boat.
And Lacey walks off ranting to Luma all of the personhood arguments that they were trying to put away and glitching in the process.
Okay.
And there's a historical context for comparing.
I know. Oh,
How did you
Oh, my
land?
knees.
Wait,
3-point hero landing.
No.
Oh, that does not feel like it looks. Oh my god, ow.
I think you're supposed to tuck and roll, maybe. Or
Yeah,
like,
it's for parkour.
yeah.
Or like, yeah, use your core to like something.
You gotta bend.
Suspension, squat, yeah.
Yeah.
Legs.
All them
Benjamin.
squats. Use those
Teach me
ties.
squats. Okay. Hi. Sorry.
Hey,
It's okay.
so like,
Good trick.
that was awesome.
I mean, Cobalt, you can do it a little bit too, but
I can do it a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, show me.
What?
I just.
I just
you
put
watch
my hands under where you're like, look.
Oya extends her arms, and you see her feet leave the ground, and she hovers there.
I don't have hover. I have far step, so I think I.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
yeah.
that's right. You were. Yeah. Okay. So you watch Oya.
I just like bling, like a gummy bear, just boing,
Oh, that's so cool.
like 50 feet away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the air just kind of ripples, and Oya just.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's not the same as yours, but you know.
I can't turn back time. Who are we? Where are we? I'm shouting all that.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're on the docks.
Great,
So,
Okay.
what time of day?
It's evening.
Nighttime, right? And, yeah, what level? Like, are we like, is like 2
Probably
a.m.
about
or like
11:30.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're getting
okay.
into late night because earlier the heat was slaking off,
Yeah.
which means by now it has slaked.
Yeah.
What's faster, your steps or Hops' lightning?
My lightning.
Yeah, I think probably, but we should.
But we
should.
don't have to test it.
We should when you're up for it.
All right.
You know, it's like it's training. Like Anton would have wanted, you know.
Question: are we taking a boat
Yeah.
down?
No. Have you ever dived?
She's afraid of.
Would you like to learn to dive?
I don't know how to swim. I'd always go down in Amelia.
You could be our lookout.
All right.
At that point, Mendoza just pops in and says, let me know what y'all decide to do. And, you know, if we can help find Amelia, let me know. I don't know what we can do. I'm gonna get Iron Giant here back to Beverly Hills. But let me know if y'all need anything, okay?
Okay.
Mendoza slides into the seat of the car and closes it up. Honey Baby is still sitting very serenely in the back as the back of the trailer just. Mendoza begins to pull away.
I send raw text that just kiss that
Okay.
TXT.
You definitely get a receipt that it was received.
Yep.
But as Mendoza pulls away, the rest of you turn for a brief moment to look at Raft City. It looks just the way it did before you left it, and yet somehow it feels different. And we are going to take our 10-minute break. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, everybody, for the second half of our episode. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matthew Lillard. You may know me from several terrible films I did in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm very famous. A year ago, my 5 best friends and I started a Dungeons & Dragons company called Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse. You should go online right now and find it. You should see what we make. It's incredible. This is the Sinister Silver Edition of Ghosts of Saltmarsh, released by Dungeons & Dragons earlier this year. The Silver Edition is, just so you know, last year we created a Waterdeep box, and that was the Platinum Edition, and that retails for a lot of money. It's $500. I know it's a lot of money, but if you amortize that out over the life of the game, that's like $1.99 every time you play, and we make incredible things. So don't yell at me. This is the Silver Edition. It is also expensive. It's $175 plus shipping and handling. And if you like Dungeons & Dragons, you're gonna like the Silver Edition. I don't know why I'm screaming at you. This is the silver edition. As you can see, it comes in a burlap bag. I came up with the bag. The bag was good. The shipping company, that's not real. We just made that up. And you see the logo? I'm super proud of the logo. We're gonna have to cut here in a second because I can't get the bag open. All right, this is the, okay. So that there is the box, right? This is the back side of the box. That has something to do with the game. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. That's the box. I'm gonna open it now. This is an unboxing video, and that's what I'm doing. I'm unboxing it. All right, so this is our welcome letter. I think it's, if you read this, you might get teary-eyed. Just saying. So one of the things we do at Beetle and Grimm's, the thing that we believe in is that what we are trying to provide is your DM with as many assets as possible to enhance your game experience. So one of the things that we take great pride in are these handouts. So these are all what we call in-world handouts. So as you can see, they're all hand tea stained and crumpled. A man crumpled these, or a woman. They're literally hand crumpled. That's amazing. You don't get that kind of detail anywhere else but Beetle and Grimm's. Literally, dude's like, what do I do with it now? Then you lay it out on a table. So these are all elements that are in the game. These are handcrafted elements. They're all hand crumpled and tea stained. So these are all parts of the game, as you can see, like, instead of your DM saying, you find a letter and it says this, he now has the ability to hand it over the DM screen, and you can now possess that and own that, and hopefully it enhances your game experience. The one thing that we created in our Waterdeep box that we're super proud of and we love, I don't have nails right now. Apparently at Beetle and Grimm's, we also believe in wrapping in really good ways. So these are encounter cards. So basically what happens is that in our home game, so we've been playing now for 29 years. 29 years. What happens in our home game, our DM likes to find pictures and elements on the web, or he like finds from the books, and when you come across a creature, he'll like pull out the book and he'll have to cover the stat block, and he looks like an idiot, and you gotta look at it for 2 seconds. Well, what we did, we didn't like that. So what we did is we created these things that we call encounter cards. So this, imagine if this is the DM screen. This fits on the ones on top of the DM screen. So on the front, you get to see what you're battling, and on the back, for the DM's purposes, he gets a stat block and everything in front of him. So this is like one of those things that we came up with that we love. And so we now include them in all of our boxes. And you can see, I think there are 30 of them in here, and I'll just go through them real quick. These are like cool, flying through them. Look at, oh, so Ghost of Marsh! That's a hag. That's terrifying. You fight that thing in this adventure, and you get to look at this picture as the DM gets to look at the stat block. I don't know why they're upside down. There you go. Hey! These are encounter cards. This is only supposed to be 5 minutes. I've already talked for 12. I'm gonna go faster. So that's that. So these are, so what we also do is we like to create these elements in game. So these are handcrafted elements from Hand Cholo. This is, I don't know why I can't open shit today. So this is a medallion that's part of the game. So I'm gonna hold that there so they can get a close up of it. It's kind of badass. And then on the back is this shark. And you can wear it. It's kind of rad, so I'm gonna throw it. I can't. It's my head is fat. And this is Thoradune. It's chaos. It's the god of chaos. So this is his symbol. This whole. Why can't I open these things? This holy symbol. Can you see it? I'll hold it still. More packaging here at Beetle and Grimm. We believe in battle maps, right? So this is the Sea Ghost, and this is a big battle map that you have. It's dry erase. It's beautiful. So that's the top. This plays a big part of the adventure. So it's sort of gorgeous. And on the back, just sit down. Box. Just do the box down on the ground. On the back is the inside, so that if you're going along, you want to draw something, the DM wants to create something, you sort of strip it down, and you can go room to room if you want to explore it. These are more handouts. Look, handouts everywhere. Handouts everywhere. This is my favorite thing we've created, pretty much, I think. I think it's the Goblin map, which I think is awesome. I don't know. I got a big kick out of this. More handouts. All these handouts. Here's another map that the players get. And we also have these pre-gen characters in case you need to throw an NPC or somebody dies. You can just pick up this dude and you're in. There's another map. There's another big map. There's a dry erase board map. And then what we do in this with our books is that we single them out so that you can run the adventure easily. So basically, look, instead of having a big book and it's cumbersome, we did this last time with Waterdeep, we broke them out into individual books, right? And so these are just elements of the book. We just made it more digestible so that if you're running the first adventure or the second adventure, like you have the book itself and this is the only thing you're dealing with, right? So that's for the DMA, try to make it easier for the DM. And then this is like all your sort of appendices. So you have all your monsters, which we have a lot of cards for. You have other stat blocks. So we break that out into books. We have this big map. So our cartographers are, as well as our artists, we're really proud of. I mean, the work that they're doing is pretty fantastic. It's upside down, you dummy! Oh. As an actor, all I have to do is hit a mark and say my line. Sometimes I'm not very smart. Sorry. I have great abs though, which is why I've been so successful in Hollywood. So this is our map, like this is a map. Again, we like to create elements that you could potentially hang in your gaming room or above your bed, in case your partner likes that kind of thing. But this is the styes. On the back, again, more maps. I think the best thing that we do, not the best thing that we do, but something that we're certainly proud of is our DM screen. So that is art that we specifically commissioned. Our artist, his name's Siddhartha, and it's kind of like throwback. If you imagine like the old sort of, it's painted, it's not computerized. Well, maybe it is on a computer. I don't know how he makes it. We think it's beautiful. We're super excited about it. So that's custom DM screen, and it's built specifically for Saltmarsh. It's built specifically for combat on the sea. So that's included in the box as well. All those stat blocks, all those appendices, all those encounter tables are there and designed to help you aid in sea combat. This has been the unboxing of the Sinister Silver Edition of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. You should buy it. Oh, that's a good point. We have 300 boxes left. The way Beetle and Grimm's works, we don't have a lot of money. So we have to pre-order everything. So our pre-order is, we've already ordered it. We have 300 of these boxes left. They'll be gone because obviously this thing's gonna go viral and we're gonna get millions and millions of hits. And then we just launched at D&D Live our Descent into Avernus, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus Platinum box. Again, that's $500. This is $175. That Platinum box is a limited edition, numbered quantity, numbered editions, and those are selling incredibly fast. So there's more of those, but 300 of these. Thank you. This is my first unboxing I've ever done by myself. Obviously, oh God! Obviously, I'll never do another one because that was pretty dumb, but it was fun to try. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Callisto 6. We're back from our break, gonna jump back into the game. Oh, I just realized there's an announcement.
Oh.
Just kidding, sorry.
Make it up at least.
I love sharks. I
We
absolutely
knew
love sharks.
that.
It's important
That's
that
not
everybody
an
knows how much I love sharks.
announcement.
Yeah.
I really
it's an
appreciated your earlier announcement, and I want to meet your puppy unicorn.
Yes, they're in the lobby.
Is it a puppicorn?
A peppercorn.
A puppicorn. Yeah.
Oh, peppercorn. No, that's a spice.
Ah, never mind. Never mind.
This peppercorn is spicy.
Tell me when to stop. Literally never. You're a puppy. I love you.
Oh, the fan art shall be coming in soon. All right, so we're gonna
I
pick
can
up.
turn into a peppercorn.
I mean,
What did I think I just said something dangerous.
For the first time tonight, Pop says smart.
You've already done a talking bear in a hat, so why not?
I want a pepper.
Okay, so we're picking up as y'all are entering Raft City. Nightlife here at Raft City is quite alive since it is a Friday night. As y'all are moving through the crowded boardwalk area of the entrance to Raft City itself, so a lot of the side shops are open right now. A lot of the restaurants are open, so you're smelling all sorts of wonderful seafood smells in the air. All of the glowing lanterns and lights and whatnot, and of course the hulking, looming form of that gargantuan tanker that has been essentially that is currently the eyesore and the controversial spot of Raft City. The vote of whether or not to turn it into the town hall for Raft City is still open to debate. There's some people again that still want to push for it to become a mall, and there's a lot of people pushing for it to become apartment complexes.
Housing.
All
What's the
three
deal
of
with
those.
this thing again?
What's that?
Oh, the Queen Mary.
Wait,
Fuck
is it the
parents.
Queen Mary?
Yeah.
Did I miss that part?
The Queen Mary is in Raft City. The big eyesore is, I believe, it's an oil tanker.
That's what I thought.
rig.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
yeah.
were talking about
Queen
the
Mary
Queen Mary
is-
establishment.
Queen Mary has basically become
I was
a
like, I'm pretty
huge
sure
apartment
that's already been
complex.
apartments.
Yeah. Now the Queen Mary.
Got it. The other big.
Oh, they're big.
Queen Mary is
Oil
quite a
structure.
beautiful vintage site to behold, and it has become a living quarters for a lot of people. It is a.
I haven't had to
it-
think about that eyesore in a long time.
Yeah, I know. We haven't really touched on that. But there is a big oil tanker that was donated to Raft City, and the idea was that it would become part of City Hall. There are people who are trying to turn it into a mall. There's a lot of people who are worried about what that will do to the authenticity of Raft City, what that will do to... That's
See,
the
local
one.
government. Local government.
There is a small movement of people that want it to become a community center for Raft City. Everyone has really heated ideas. Right now, unfortunately, for the past 15 years, it's just been an oil tanker. So it's a big eyesore. Occasionally people are discovered inside of it, although it's like the abandoned mansion. No one's allowed to go in, but people go in anyway. So it's a bit of a problem. Bit of a problem. So
It's definitely a problem. Yeah. Always has been.
so
That's why we give them help.
as y'all are moving through the crowds of Raft City, you're catching glimpses of the news, like you did the past few times you're coming through. Okay.
We gotta disable these. Keep going.
I mean, there's video.
No,
Los
no,
Angeles
they're
2120.
good.
There's video
Okay,
feeds
just-
everywhere. So even when there's not
you don't wanna
screens,
know.
even when there's not screens for people to watch the news on the side, you are entering into those zones where they're popping up
AR.
on your essentially the augmented reality displays that are popping up in your field's vision through either your glasses or your lenses, adding to the noise. They're muted when they appear, so you're not getting flooded with the audio input. However, as they are popping up every now and then, you're seeing things that are catching your interest that have been happening. For example, Mag Ball season's about to start. And so the city of Los Angeles is getting really hyped for that. But you also see everyone, roughly at the same time as it pops up, entering through the crowds, a muted interview with Casey Montgomery sitting on a couch with KTLA doing a live interview that looks like it's been recorded and it's replaying.
Definitely gonna watch that.
Okay. Cuts in about halfway through her dialogue. People have been trying to help Los Angeles this whole time. And I'm telling you right now, Natalie, there is a shadow government in Los Angeles that people need to wake up to. All the information that I gained from my investigation, it's not made up. And I have proof. I understand, and then at that point, the interviewer just cuts her off and says, yes, but we've already seen that Nystral Corp has been able to denounce the article that you wrote. And she's like, no, they didn't denounce the article I wrote. They tried to talk over it, and you can't talk over the truth. Everyone needs to know exactly what's been going on. You can't tell me that you don't look at the video feeds and see a woman jumping through the sky, and you can't tell me that things haven't changed in our city. It's multiple eyewitness reports have seen it, and I have proof and evidence that this stuff is real. and that these things are happening. And the interview continues to go as she passionately
Repeats
interjects and
herself
cuts.
over and over and over
Yeah.
again beautifully. That's our Casey.
That's
Yep.
supposed to be how messaging works. Say it repeatedly.
You have to say it
Always.
many
She's
times.
perfect for this. She's gonna do great.
Y'all continue moving down the boulevard. What is the plan and what is the destination?
What's the plan?
Oh,
And what's the destination?
We need,
oh yeah. Everyone,
Boat.
we're gonna come meet my family.
Oh.
And borrow my dad's boat.
Nice.
And
allowed to. KP said we're not supposed to tell other people we're alive. Or is this the thing where our families don't count?
I mean,
Oh, I already messaged my mom. Can I?
Then I think now we have our answer.
I mean, I can't come back to Earth and not tell my mom. She would murder me. She would send me back to the moon.
it's true. She would.
The only reason I'm not telling my dads is because I don't want them to get hurt or in trouble.
Right.
But if we
they
can
know.
tell them, I really want you.
We
And also,
should.
we'll be right there.
I mean, I think so.
I think I will.
Well, you checked in with your mom?
No, I can later.
I can send a message for you. If you don't.
Sure. That's good. That's a good idea. What about Anton's family?
I'm
We'll
just,
get him back super soon, right?
yeah, once me and Lacey figure out how to reopen interdimensional doorways and slip right through them and grab him and bring him back. I don't know. I think we should tell them something. They deserve to hear something. I just
He
haven't
always
figured
told
out
them everything.
what.
He always told them everything.
And they must be worried sick not having heard from him for 2.5 weeks. I mean, I know he wasn't as close per se to his parents as we are, but he was still close to them. I don't know.
No, I agree. I think we should tell them.
I just don't know how or when, and honestly, the more we put it off, then I wouldn't mind putting it off more.
It's not fair to them.
Yeah, it's not. But, like, what did we tell them?
He's missing. That's all he is. That's all he is. He's just missing.
It's true.
Yeah.
I write up a draft note and send it to folks because it seems like no one actually wants to talk and be the one who gives news, and so maybe doing written is easier. Or I know sometimes when I call people, I write a script first because talking is...
That's a lot of thinking.
So that's what all of you said, basically. If you want to send that.
Thanks.
Did you knew his parents, right?
I mean, yeah, when I was like 10. But I don't know. What do I tell them? What do we...
Lacey's got this note worked out. I know you still don't have glasses.
I don't know. What if he's not just missing? Like, what if he's actually gone? Gone. Like, I can't feel him. Can you feel him?
Can we feel him?
No.
We're in a different dimension. That's all that means. When we were in that interspace, I couldn't really feel you guys either.
Yeah.
He's not gone. He's not gone.
It's just... It's not fair. It's not... He had a family. He had a future.
He's got all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. He still does.
Yeah. We're gonna get him back.
We're gonna get him back as soon as we... Okay, we need to get to the base.
We would know. We would know if something had happened.
Okay.
We need to get this
We need
done
to
so
do it
we can
so
get
we can
started
get
on
Anika
this.
Patel, because
help
that
us.
is how we get Anton back. Smartest person in the cosmos. We need her help, which means we need to find out what happened to Blue Dolphin so we can find her. So we're gonna get a boat so we can go to Blue Dolphin, and I will find Amelia while we're doing all of that.
She also has my sleeping cat.
At that moment,
Yeah.
Luma, something collides into you,
Oh.
and arms
Oh.
wrap around your waist.
Where's the head?
You don't. It's behind you. This is
Oh.
from behind. Something collides into
Okay.
you.
Height
Now,
of this.
It's a little bit alarming at first because you don't. It just like literally like the collision is heavy and it causes you to stumble forward. Everyone takes a second.
I grab the hands. Whose hands are these?
They're probably one of your little brothers, and
I know. Whose hands are these?
It's Luca.
Luca.
And you are able to identify that it's Luca because a few moments later you hear the choked sobs of your little brother, burying his face into the small of your back as he starts to cry.
And he has a scar on his right pointer finger.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You shouldn't have been messing with Aurora.
Yeah.
Luca. Rip. Spin.
He is clinging tightly. He doesn't
Yeah.
say anything. He just sobs as he's clinging to you and holding on to you.
Hey, kid. You get my postcard from the moon?
He doesn't reply. He just continues to cry hard, as he squeezes you as hard as he can.
Hey. Grab face, wipe tears, wipe tears, wipe tears, wipe tears.
Tears. I mean, his face is ruined. You kind of pull him back. He's doing that thing where you start to get hiccups 'cause
Yeah.
you're trying so hard, and he's not making eye contact with you. He's kind of looking down as you're kissing at him, and then
Baby, I'm
again
okay.
he just kind of leans in
Baby,
again,
baby.
and just instead of squeezing, he just falls into your chest at that point.
Pick him up.
Yeah, he's not a small kid. You pick him up. He has definitely gotten heavy, being a 12-year-old.
Oh my gosh. How many helpings of mom's food are you eating?
And then you hear the whimper, "You're alive," leave his lips as he continues to cry.
Oh, sweet, sweet kid. Why did you even have a single doubt I wasn't?
You all watch as Luma holds her little brother. He's unable to reply.
She couldn't murder gremlins, and she has to murder gremlins.
Hey, handsome.
At that point,
Handsome, get yourself together right now.
Luma, as you're kind of straightening him up, you realize he's running around out at the dock. It's like 11:30 at night. Like,
It's Luca.
yeah. As you kind of pull back.
When does
and
he
look
ever
at him.
listen? And I'm
probably-
doing that thing where I'm obsessively like cleaning his
His hair
Hair
is
and
just like
face.
like you're pulling it aside, and he.
and I'm like whispering to him. I'm like, okay, you need to get it together because I want you to meet someone really, really important.
So
Get it
this is
together.
Luca. This is one of the brothers.
He nods.
Okay, you ready? You ready?
This is the
You
one
gotta
we got
represent the family right now for me, bud.
Okay.
Okay, bud.
Nods.
Hold it together. Luca, I would like you to meet Cass. This is my girlfriend.
Luca turns, and as you give this small wave, he goes, "Hi!" and just immediately falls apart and starts like head low, and then again sinks his head back into his sister's chest.
Oh, honey.
But he leaves his hand out as he's
I patted awkwardly.
okay.
All right, bud. You got two more. You got two more. Can you do it? You got two more.
Yes.
You got it in you, bud?
He just
Come on, you're related to a superhero right now.
he nods.
You got
and continues
superhero
nodding.
blood
and
in you.
Hi, Lacey.
Hi, Gremlin.
Hey, kid, you went to that protest up on the radio tower?
Oh, that one. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the one yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, there's been a lot lately.
Okay.
Been a few.
Okay.
KP
good,
didn't
right?
mention that. Oh, hi. I'm Oya.
Yes.
Hi.
The other two. You ready?
I am.
Wipes his face.
Magnificent, beautiful Oya.
I'd like to ruffle his hair, but by rewinding time.
Before it was bed.
The funny thing is he doesn't notice, so he just sits there kind of like, again, doing that thing where he doesn't want to make eye contact, very aware that he's crying in front of a bunch of people. So he's doing that thing where he's trying to open his eyes, but he's looking down and doesn't realize that his hair just suddenly starts going until it reaches a ruffled state and says, was that you at the tower?
Dangerous thing to do, but cool.
Yeah.
The stretchy guy was cool.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And this is Hops.
It's nice to meet you. I was the one glowing at the bottom.
Oh,
She saved you.
you see Luca, his crying stops for a second and just goes, cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool trick. I'm just gonna snap a little like spark.
There's a popping sound. Once again,
Whoops.
illustrating that Hops' power, like the rest of you, has dramatically increased. And as she snaps her fingers, it is that the pop is so loud that it causes people in the crowd to turn and look to see where it was coming from, almost like a firework went off.
Whoops. Sorry.
Luca goes, no, that was awesome. Mom's gonna be really mad at you.
Nah.
Yeah.
Should we go?
No.
Got your message.
Yeah.
She was already mad at you.
Then she should be very thankful. She gets a chance to yell at me for a minute. Is Dad in there?
Yeah?
How's he doing?
They haven't been talking a lot.
What do you mean? What?
Everyone thought you were dead.
I'm gonna go see my dad.
Yeah.
Lacey begins to disappear into the crowd. Luca wipes his face again and says, your funeral's in a couple of days.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit, kid. Okay. So I guess some broadcast did go through. Well, why? Wait, why? What do you know? Why do you think I'm dead?
Because this woman named Casey Montgomery started asking a bunch of questions, and it turns out all of you sent messages out to people saying, if I don't come back, blah, blah, blah. And then the next thing I know, everyone thinks that you're all dead.
Why?
Because you never came back.
Missions to the moon take a minute. It's only been, what, 2 weeks?
Well, just to give you a quick revision for your information, typical missions to the moon probably take about 2 weeks, yeah. But as you're saying this to Luca, you're starting to get the impression that no one fully understands exactly what you were doing.
Yeah.
And that the
went very
doomsday-esque messages to the, hey, I love you if you don't see me ever again, is probably what prevailed when the messages were finally received and reported on.
Never tell anyone anything.
Yeah.
So
My mom, did my mom even
More
open her?
faith.
Maybe you can just get it back.
Yeah, can we like erase it from
Okay.
her inbox?
Oh, you
did you really go to the moon, though?
Yeah. Maybe we should just,
Your sister's a superhero.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk about that.
Well, they're superheroes too, kid.
Do you want me to snap again?
Yes.
No.
It is cool though.
Snap. At that point, Lacey, you're rolling up on a boat. You're home. The lights inside the boat are off. There is what looks like the soft light of perhaps like a lamp light on inside, but on deck, you see Reuben. Looks like pulling up what you know to be traps for crabs. He's pulling it up, laying traps like this, like fishing for crabs like this in Raft City. It is a colossal waste of time.
I mean, yeah, we don't even eat them. They eat them, and we catch them for their family.
But you see,
We don't eat children.
I know.
I mean, it looks relatively new as he's pulling it up and he sets it down. And you kind of watch him quietly for a moment. He doesn't notice you're there. And he sets it down and starts
Daddy.
pulling the rope out. And you say hi, and he stops and he looks up
Daddy.
and stares at you for a long moment. And then you see him blink for a second and then look at you again. Like he's trying to make sure that he's seeing you. And he sets the rope down and you can hear him going, and he walks over and very slowly falls down to his knees right in front of you and just leans over and puts his arms around you and Aurora. And you can hear his breath in your ear.
I'm back. I'm okay.
He doesn't say anything. He just holds you for a moment. And then the choked sob of, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, baby,
I'm okay.
baby. And he just holds you,
I'm back.
repeating it over and over and over.
There's a certain point at which all of the hugging becomes a little bit too much, but I just keep rubbing his back and repeating it.
A few moments later, coming up on deck, you see Papa stepping on the deck, and without the typical joy in Papa's voice, you hear him say, "Baby, why do you keep throwing crab cages into the water?
Papa.
You're never going to get..." Oh my God. And then he dashes across the deck and almost trips over himself as he rushes over, and you are enveloped in two hugs.
Okay, all right, this is definitely different.
You are enveloped.
Happy smiles,
In-
because we can definitely hear this.
So approaching, I'm guessing you're headed to your boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to get
Yep.
their fishing boat.
Yep.
So is your...
This is
Can I just
way
I
different.
Can wait over there, or it's I just at the
I would
timing,
say
it's weird.
I would say this is. I was not expecting funeral, so I'm gonna process that for 1 second, and maybe you guys should stay outside for 5 minutes, and
Yeah,
then
okay, I'll be
Luke
over
and
here.
I just 1 sec. But I definitely want you to meet them, all of you. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay. Pick up Luca. Okay, buddy. I'm gonna need you.
All right. So you step across, slowly open the door. You all watch as Luma steps into the door, and then it closes behind her. Just swings closes automatically. And you stand outside, and you are all waiting.
If I hear shouting, I'm going in. Or maybe I should definitely stay out. I don't.
And the shouting starts.
I'm just
Kind
gonna
of
grab.
shouting.
I'm gonna grab Cass, even though I have no strength.
It's
to hold her
swearing
back.
at first. It's swearing at first. It sounds like somebody stops midway of a swear to start a new swear, and it becomes garbled.
Was that English?
Fuck shit. And then
Push it.
and then it gets kind of quiet, and y'all are just sitting outside listening to all of this. And then the wail of a mother who has seen a ghost. The sound of a woman who's found a daughter that she thought was lost forever. Really, not a lot of descriptor can do it justice. But you hear the cry of a mom who's been reunited with her daughter, which attracts a very masculine sounding voice. And then
Cursing in 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck?
it actually continues going for longer than y'all expect. Everything you've heard about Luma's parents would indicate mom would go into full attitude mode in no time. It never happens. You all wait outside for about 5 minutes, and you're hearing the muffled speech inside. And Luma, it's actually worse than being yelled at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your mother...
I wasn't lying when I said nah to Luca.
Your mother starts, between her choked sobs, starts detailing how this has felt for her.
Oh, God.
And starts telling you what it's been like for her. And does not lay up. Going into detail about how she has been hurt and what this family has been through. And it's not even coming across like she's trying to just drill it into you and hurt you. Mm-hmm. It's even worse. It's not a woman that's attacking you. It's a woman explaining to you why she can't talk right now as she cries, which leads to your father crying with her as he holds you. A few moments pass and Marco comes up from downstairs, sleepy-eyed and just rubbing his face. Luma! And comes rushing over. Y'all can hear the commotion inside the boat, but it's not as anticipated. And about 10 minutes pass of reconnecting and crying. Then the demands, where the hell have you been? What's happened to you? Do you need a hospital? When you...
These are questions I'm not even answering because I know she doesn't want an answer.
No,
She's
they're not-
just
there's
talking.
nothing- yeah.
So I'm either nodding yes or no in response to whatever corresponding question, just letting her get it out.
It's borderline hysterics.
Letting all of them get it
Yeah,
out.
she is a woman that is trying to appear like she is in absolute control of her facilities right now, but is in fact putting up. She's not letting herself just fall apart like she wants to.
Yeah.
And as a result, this drags a little bit.
Yeah.
And until finally, after about 10 minutes of the commotion y'all hear inside, kind of waiting out there, she just wipes her face and she goes, "Are you hungry?"
Mama. Starving. But first, I really, really, really... I need you to be open to something right now, okay?
She reaches out and grabs your dad's arm and just doesn't say anything. She just waits.
It doesn't answer all your questions, but it'll give you my perspective of it.
Okay, what? What is it?
I want you to meet them. They're outside.
She glances at the door, and so does your dad. And she leaves. Y'all are sitting out there. The door comes flying open, and you see...
Mom, these are the people that keep me safe when I'm missing from you, okay?
Cass's expression of the... Like, she just stares at all of you for a moment and goes... Are y'all hungry?
Yes. Yes, very. Please. Yes.
Well, get your asses in here. And she steps away from the door, and the screen door just... leaving the front door open.
I want to quickly run back through the screen door to everyone.
Uma opens the door up, now appearing in the doorway.
It's okay now. You can come inside. It'll be okay. There's a lot of spaghetti. I can smell it.
As y'all are moving across the...
And I just want to quickly stop Cass as everyone... Come on.
As y'all are about to move across the bridge into the boat,
Yeah.
Hops, as your foot steps down on the bridge and the boat is kind of moving gently in the current. Normally this would spike some anxiety in you. Two things are happening. One, you feel, as you're looking at the water, you suddenly feel like you're a time bomb. The sensations of not only the fear of drowning, but what's worse, Hops, is it's only been 2 days since you looked into the eyes of a cosmic horror.
And I haven't slept.
And it's raw. That fear of the water, it does what fear does. It sets off a cascade effect that does not respond to logic or rationality. It goes from fight or flight in an instant as you put your foot down and stare into the darkness of that ocean water. And you immediately feel that cold spike of anxiety shoot up the back of your spine into the back of your neck.
I'm gonna take a step back onto the dock again
Okay.
and just look at them really quickly and be like, I have to do something first. But I'll be back.
Okay.
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 Do you want to do it alone?
I think I have to.
Okay.
You have your tablet?
Yeah.
You want to send us a toot 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 when you're ready for us? We love you so much.
I love you too. I'll be back.
Bye, Lindy.
And with that, turning on a heel, Hops takes a few steps back and walks back down the dock where y'all came from.
I'm going to see Anton's parents.
Hi, Miss Orsini. I'm Cassie. I love your daughter. Is there food? I heard there was food.
I like guffaw.
As the plates are being set down, she just kind of looks at you, and then Luca leans over and goes, "That's Luma's girlfriend."
I want to get as close to Cass
She-
as possible. She'd be like, I was gonna say, is it okay if I told you a girlfriend that I love you too?
Your mom sets down the spoon. It looks like she's exhausted from expressing herself emotionally. So she sets down the spoon on, you hear the clattering on the plate, and she goes, "How long have y'all been together?"
I
About
didn't
a
count
month.
moon time.
Yeah.
I would say a month. Month and a half? Is Lacey here too?
Month? No,
Okay.
they're at the dad's.
I missed this.
I'll tell you all about it later.
What's time?
I don't have documentary.
Oh, there's a gay moment happening in the
Who
game.
knows?
Best get Sam out of here.
Happy anniversary? I don't know.
What?
Long enough.
Now.
I don't.
How long were we on the moon?
Since
New Year's.
Since New Year's.
So like a month.
2
Oh
months.
yeah, it's saying this out loud, by the
Oh,
way.
2 months.
Okay.
Wow.
Luma's mom she says, "I'm Mariana. It's really nice to meet you. You're also a superhero?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cass is the strongest person I've ever met. Literally.
Your daughter is.
And this is Oya.
Hi, Oya.
Hi.
They're basically a wizard.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do stuff.
And you didn't get to meet Hops, but she's amazing. She's pure firecracker. You're gonna love her.
She starts scooping the food back out onto the plate. Spaghetti, of course.
Oh, this is super good. Thank you.
Your dad
Yeah,
just
she's better.
squeezes your mom's hand and says, "We're very excited to meet you, Cass. This has just been a big night. We're taking this all in, but it's very nice to meet you."
Hi, Mr. Luma.
He smiles and just, Antony's fine. And Luma's mom stops and goes, I'm sorry. It's very nice to meet you, Cass.
Oh, it's weird. I'm making it weird. I can go.
No, it's not you making it weird. Just,
It's a lot. It's a lot. I know, Mom. It's
I've
a
gone
lot.
from my daughter's dead, my daughter's alive, my daughter's fine, my daughter's happy, and it's like, it's a lot. So
Hey, I went from being dead to having a
yeah,
ton of life.
it's kind of like it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
of emotion right now. I want to kill you. I'm so happy you're here. I want to throw you off the boat. I don't want you to go anywhere.
You should really meet my mom. I think you would just be best friends.
Why do you
I'm
say
trying to
that?
get the group together. I think everyone should be speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, like a superhero parent support group.
Yeah,
Mom-
exactly.
Is your mom Italian?
No, she's Afro-Cuban, Puerto Rican, so kind of the same.
So kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would probably get along.
Hey, Dad.
And he just looks up and says, yes, baby.
Do you think after this we could go for a ride on the boat?
Dad, being the clever man that he is, goes, yeah, why?
I want to show everyone the ocean. Our version of it.
So they exchange glances at each other. And we're going to cut real quick to Lacey, who's breathing now and not being swarmed. So Papa is once again the one who is being a little grounded here and is once again kind of just like being the support. That's what Papa does. Papa's the support here. Ruben, however,
He's my hype dad.
Ruben is pacing back and forth and cycling in and out of various stages of emotion and kind of talking in circles and then checking himself, acknowledging that he's probably being very stressful right now, and then diving right back into it at full speed. And Papa just kind of, he puts his hand on your shoulder and just says, we're gonna get through this, baby. We're just gonna let this play out, and we're gonna get through this. Is Luma with you?
She's on her boat.
Good.
She's introducing the family to her girlfriend.
Luma got a girlfriend. And at that point, Ruben says, Luma got a girlfriend?
The flying girl.
The girl from the bus?
On their screen, I put up the cast clip.
They both look, and as they're watching Cass leap across the sky without missing a beat, Papa goes, I love her hair. And Ruben goes, look at those thighs. Damn. Oh,
They save lives.
that is amazing. Oh my God, she jumped across the city skyline.
I know, we finally found someone who actually deserves Luma. We haven't found someone like that. We lost someone.
Someone we know?
One of our team.
You have a team? And they're all super too? And you lost one of them.
On the moon trip.
Did you really go to the moon?
I have pictures and everything. The moon's bad. Don't go to the moon. We'll clean it up later, but don't go to the moon.
I need to sit down. And Ruben just plops down.
Good idea.
What's that?
Good idea.
Papa Amiko just moves over and sits next to him and says, Are you sleepy? Do you want to rest? Are you gonna sleep here tonight?
We have to find out what's going on with our underwater base out by Catalina. I couldn't raise it when we were flying through space, so we need to go and find out about it. And hopefully then I can find the troop transport that is ours. We have a spaceship now. Not the Endeavor.
Okay. Well, then you should get something to eat first. And and he stands up and...
All of the brands I like at last. None of the brands I settle for. All of the routine.
Yes. And as he gets up to go to the kitchen area, Reuben leans in and says, before we cut away to Hops, Reuben leans in and says, "Tell me about your friend, baby."
So I met him at the expo.
And as you begin to go into a story of how you met a guy named Anton, a complete just douchebag when you met him, a Cassium employee of all things. Certainly just one of these corporate guys who actually, once you got to talking to him, was not a douchebag. In fact, was quite cool. And you begin to go into a story about this guy and how he defied stereotype and he saved lives. You're walking up to a doorstep, Hops. We're going to say it's been about an hour since you left your friends behind at Raft City. And this is one of the nicer parts of Los Angeles. It is near corporate LA in one of the megaplex apartment buildings that houses hundreds and hundreds of people. This is on one of the top floors, so you're near about the 45th floor right now. And the hallways up here are immaculate, like cold stone reflecting the overhead lights. It's beautiful. Very high-class living. Mm-hmm. And you're standing at the door to the apartment number that you know Anton's parents live at. Now, at this point, it's close to 1 a.m.
Marshmallow. I can't do this. Okay. I'm just gonna ring the doorbell.
Okay. So naturally, at this hour, it takes a while. And then eventually, you see a light flicker on above the door, about 3 minutes later, as the camera activates. And you hear a speaker say, "Yes?"
It's Lindy. Lindy Hops.
You hear a beep, a beeping noise, the door, and it comes swinging open. You see a Latino man in a robe. You can see where Anton got his looks from. He is a silver fox of a man, looking pretty tired. Probably not just from lack of sleep. And the door swings open as he's tying this robe closed and goes, "Lindy Hopper."
It's been a while. Hey, Mr. Andreas.
My God, look at you. You're all grown up. What are you doing here?
Can I come in for a minute or two?
He looks back and says, "Yeah, of course. Come on in. Are you all right? Do you need me to call somebody?" And he pulls you into the apartment and closes the door. This spacious high-rise is beautiful. Again, with white marbled floors, very luxurious couch areas, pristine, like, awards lining the walls. Family photos of young Anton, his graduation day, his first day at Cassium. An only child. You see that he, just looking as you're glancing at the walls on the hallway wall that he was kind of their world. You see a silly-looking picture of Anton with somebody you don't recognize, and Anton's got a big smile on his face, and you see him holding up a certificate certifying him as a yoga instructor. And he's just got this big, stupid grin on his face.
So stupid.
His father walks in and says, my wife is sleeping, but if there's anything I can do for you. And behind him, by the way, is just the Los Angeles skyline.
I just wanted this to come from me before you get like, I don't know, a note or something. But how much has Anton told you about what's happening?
Do you know what's happened to Anton? He moves over. We've gotten a message from him. We haven't heard from him since.
I think he might be gone. I think he might be gone, and I couldn't see him, but I tried, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't save him, and he ended up saving me, and he saved all of us, and I don't know if he's gone or if we can get him back. But I just wanted to, I had to come and tell you in person, and I'm so sorry. I should probably go. I'm sorry that I woke you up so late, and I've never had to do this before, so I don't think I did it right, and I'm sorry. But I should probably go. You probably get a note explaining it better. But I'm gonna do everything I can to get him back if he's still out there. And, tell Miss Angeline I said hi or something. And I just walk out the door and leave.
He watches you, doesn't say anything, but the look on his face is pretty apparent. And you close the door behind you and begin to make your way back down the hall. Dead silence behind you. You reach the elevator. It opens a few moments later.
I don't think I should get into the elevator. I feel like tingly. I'll probably get stuck. So I'm gonna take the stairs really fast.
Lots of stairs.
It's okay. It's
and
really fast.
You make it down in a few moments. I would say maybe 2 minutes of just platform. You have barely broken a sweat by the time you reach the bottom floor and come out, and then exit into the night air of downtown LA.
I want to go to that abandoned warehouse.
Okay. You beeline for the abandoned warehouse.
Yep.
Back at Raft City, the boat is being finished loaded. As they're squeezing life vests onto Luca, who's like, why do I have to wear this stupid thing? As everybody's piling into it. This boat is big enough to accommodate maybe about 15 people.
Yep.
So it's a boat that lashes onto the side of the other boat. You have, of course,
I
Lacey.
wasn't anticipating them coming along, but it's fine.
Oh, I thought you wanted them all to go with you.
No, it's okay. Honestly, that's how the conversation would have ended up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna show them our version of the ocean. Let's all go. So this is fine. They know we're superheroes if we take a dive. This is fine. This is fine. This is all the things that I'm saying to everyone else. It's fine. It's fine. They can come. They can come, right? I mean, it's fine. Sure. It's fine. Mm-hmm.
So y'all have all loaded this up. It's about 1 a.m. now, and your mother is having a conversation with the dads, who, by the way, we're very excited to meet you, Cass. But as
I just roll up and I want the download.
Oh, you've already been getting so much sub-vocal, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, she said it first, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I want the download.
Oh. Boop. Yeah. Yeah.
you're gonna have to rescue Cass from the dads.
I'm kind of nervous about. I mean, how much have you told me
About which part?
about meeting Lacey's dads?
I have not ever told you about anything in particular.
I probably would have said the word
About
the dads a bunch
Lacey's
of
whole
times.
family.
The whole family's a whole separate thing that we are
Yes.
not doing today. That would be
Yeah.
extensive and be all 3 of those docs.
Yeah.
It's all 6 for
So I would say
things.
you've heard me talk about the dads.
Yep.
However, in conversation with the dads, particularly with Ruben, as they're
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, "It's so nice to meet you. We saw you on the news feed. That was amazing. We're
Lacey's
so excited."
amazing.
Lacey is amazing. And as conversation continues to move on, you notice that as
You've
Ruben
known
is
Luma
continuing,
like her whole life?
what was that?
So you've known Luma like her whole life?
Whole life.
Do you have pictures? Like baby pictures?
We have them right here if you want to see them. And then pulls them out and says, they've been hanging out together ever since. The trio was just inseparable, and brings up images and starts swiping through. Here's where they first met. This was one of the first things. He starts taking you through. And as they're kind of like quickly swiping, you start seeing all these fun pictures of Lacey and Luma growing up together, until gradually you start noticing that there is a third person in these pictures that they're scrolling through. As Luma enters into her teenage years. You start also seeing the transformations that Lacey is going through with wheelchairs. Lacey constantly upgrading and modifying their wheelchair. So you're seeing all of those come to be, but again, in a lot of these pictures, there's a third person that you've never seen before. Ruben looks at that and goes, "Oh, that's, that's our son, Hawk."
Yeah?
Yeah.
You have a brother?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh, he's he's left us. But he's look how handsome he is in this picture. Anyway. It's really lovely to meet you. I won't take up any more of your time, but please come back tonight.
I'll leave you a message.
You better be doing more than leaving me a message.
I don't know. We're going to a base. It's a whole thing.
And
Heroics action star.
Amiko just says, "They're being honest. I mean, that's more than most parents get." And Ruben nods and says,
I go and I kindergarten hug Ruben.
"Okay."
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
Wheeler hug is always kindergarten hug, but
Oh, when you do that, you can have anything you want. And
all I
Ruben,
want's your love, Daddy.
the 2 dads hug on Lacey again.
This time I'm more about it. I'm a
Okay.
little more relaxed. It's a little better.
So it takes a little bit, but eventually, yeah, what's up?
Oh, I was just waving to the dads.
Yeah, as everyone
Please
starts to
use the
depart.
purple album next time. Why do they always show the orange one?
By the way, at this point, your brothers are being lifted out of the boat and put back onto the dock.
It's 1 a.m. Go to bed.
And
I'm distracting myself. I'm a little.
your mother is going to stay with you.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
just,
I
she
think
just,
neither of us realized that we never.
Yeah.
I think neither of us
Yeah.
realized we never. Go.
your mother stays with them. She's like, "I'm not leaving the dock until you come back home. So you do not stay out late."
Ooh,
Always like,
do you want me to tell her?
I'll tell her.
Okay.
You have to go to bed, even when you think I'm in danger, 'cause I'm not. Look, Dad's coming with us.
Your dad yawns and says, I'll be with her. It'll be fine. We're going to be fine. We're just going out on a boat. Luma's going to show me something. I'll
You know
come
how you
back.
keep me safe? I'm keeping these safe. Points at the sleepy heads.
You see this look in her eyes.
Oh, I know this
Aware that
tactic.
you used an excellent tactic against her, and she eyes you and just goes, I better see you tomorrow morning.
Bright and I love you morning.
Now, sweet, talking yourself out of this. I love you too. See you tomorrow morning. And she leads the two boys away.
Bye, Mama Bear.
Bye, Lacey. Please make sure that Luma doesn't misbehave and that she comes home.
I'll make sure she comes home.
Oh my God. And then she leads the brothers away.
No, it's she's gotten to anger. Things are moving.
Okay, how much yelling was there?
There's a lot of yelling. Her dad pipes in.
Oh.
Lots of yelling. And they start casting off.
We're already getting going, so it's not that much.
Mm-hmm.
She's not even. Maybe she's going. Did she ever sleep in the dungeon?
I'm sure she slept in the dungeon.
So a few moments. It takes about,
Bottom of the boat.
I would say about
tell you.
20
There's a
minutes of making slow pace so you're not hitting the waves. But it takes about 20 minutes.
Avoiding conversation. I'm looking for Amelia, is
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Oh, you're looking for Amelia?
Yes.
How are you looking for Amelia?
So there's satellites, there's Coast Guard, there's all of the cameras everywhere. I'm
which
basically
Amelia?
asking all camera systems in the area, have you seen this ship?
As you give reference to a ship that is camouflaged to confuse surveillance.
Have you seen this blob?
So this avenue yields no successful results.
Frick.
As you've done an excellent job making Amelia very difficult to find, but also presumably hidden away somewhere. Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah.
Continue. What's up?
So last cameras that I know Amelia passed, I'm gonna look through their logs and see if they report any kind of a consistent, something must have been wrong with me, glitch that I could track Amelia by. I'm attempting clever stuntage.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give that a +1 stunt, and then I will set the difficulty at that'll be 7.
Okay.
So
I don't have Sweet Baby with me, so I will expend a level of effort.
okay, and you get back +1
Every
points.
time I
so-
do this, I miss Sweet Baby.
So, you go very quiet as you start sifting through data in your mind. The only ambient noise around you right now is the lapping of water up against the side of the boat and the gentle hum of the engine as y'all begin to coast through the waters. The Pacific Ocean at night in LA, as is typical, is freaking cold. It's very cold out here on the water as y'all are moving through. Cass, in your jacket, you're doing okay, but it is very chilly out here. And the water is not quite as choppy as it is in modern day LA because there's a lot of sea traffic coming through here. But your dad very expertly navigates and continues to make inane conversation, which is very comforting to hear again, Luma, as he just goes on and on and on. And every now and then you're catching your dad look back at you.
Yeah.
Almost like he's making sure you're still here.
Yeah.
And looks back.
And
Starts checking it.
and I'm just talking to...
Keeping him talking?
I'm keeping him talking, but I'm also telling Cass things like, you're going to hear this story 17 more times. About 3 details will change each time. And I feel like I start word vomiting a little of my life because I feel like, oh my God, I haven't done that.
Yeah.
Clearly, we've.
Yeah. So I'm like over giving you information of my family right now.
I'm nodding and listening and absorbing and extremely not word vomiting. Because that's enough for me for today. And
I'm reading those social cues, and I'm reading that I'm probably making you uncomfortable, but I'm not stopping. Which is a first for me. Am I sweating? I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. Have you ever have you dived before?
Nice boat. I talked I babbled to your mom and Lacey's dad, and I made everything bad. And I'm sorry.
You didn't.
You don't have to tell me anything.
Listen, oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Here. I should have told you about Hawk by now. Hawkins, or Hawking, but Hawk. Lacey's brother. My best friend. First love, first not love, first adventure.
Hawk, like, with the board? Like the footage from...
Yeah. We were kind of a team. But he passed away. It's okay. It's okay. He was wonderful and wild. You remind me so much of him, but not just in the sense that you both have so much life in you. Well, that. Yeah. Present tense.
I kiss you.
I love you.
I love you. Sorry about all that.
You kidding? Those relationships, babe.
Your family's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. They love pretty fiercely.
Wait. Tell Lacey I'm sorry.
What? Oh. Yeah. I will. And also, I'm sure you could talk to them about it. I mean...
Hey, sorry, I randomly brought up your dead brother in front of your dad's when I found out that he also used to date my girlfriend. Like that?
Ooh, don't say it like that.
No.
No. No. No, but, I don't know. They have a different story than I do. And I don't know how many people they've gotten to tell. Besides me.
Girlfriend, huh?
Yeah.
What does this do? And I pointed a random thing on the boat.
Oh, no, don't touch that. That'll drop the anchor.
Oh. Cool.
Oya, you've just been leaning back watching this from a few feet away. Lacey is next to you going into their mind palace as they're sifting through all of this data looking for her Amelia.
You've seen me be incredibly good at relationships before.
This is just warming my heart. I cannot. It's so cute.
Lacey, oblivious to what's happening around you, falling away is the noise of the water, the sounds of the bay. It all falls into the background and then eventually gives way to the tinkling, like crystal-like sound of data flowing through your mind.
I needed this.
The logic, the simplicity, the symphonic beauty of rationality The simple yeses and nos. No confusion. Again, it's a place of, it is a realm that makes absolute sense, is predictable, can be relied upon. You are stepping into that undercurrent of the math of the universe, essentially. All making sense to you. And sifting through as you make your inquiries, it's different, just like it was when you first got juiced that second time. Before, you were a passenger in this ocean, but now you are as much as the water as the data is. It makes allowances for you. It welcomes you. It brings you into the fold as you begin to sift through all of the coding. It begins to suggest things to you. It begins to connect dots and help intuitively respond to the impulses of your brain. Almost like the network, the data stream that's all around you is an expansion of your own mind. Like your brain itself has become the web. You begin to get a small image at first and then a greater image of Los Angeles. And for a moment, you feel like a being that's looming over it, being able to see the mechanisms at work in everyday life. The ants moving around, playing their roles, doing what they do in order to keep the system running smoothly. If it doesn't work, it gets recycled, fixed, plugged up, made into something new, and it continues moving forward. No matter what happens, the code continues. Sifting deeper and deeper, looking for any images you can pull up of that damn dropship that you've done such a good job at making hard to find. Until finally, some of these lines of code that you've sent out across the web come back with possibilities. Something they wouldn't have done before, as information takes your inquiries quite literally. But this time, they respond to the curiosities. It's almost like the data codes are coming back and going, how about this, Lacey? How about this? Is this what you were looking for? Responding, like servants, coming back to their liege over and over. This? How about this? About this? And it eventually comes back with an image that appears on your screen. And you gasp the moment you see it. And with that moment of gasping, we cut to the warehouse. Where Hops, you slowly open the door, eyes going wide as you see parked in this warehouse.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ship with its hangar bay door down. In the darkness, it kind of resembles this giant monolithic blob of tech, but you were unmistakably aware that this is Amelia. And then, moments later, as you're like, what? Somebody's behind you.
Oh.
Looming over you. And you hear this animalistic, deep, demonic sounding growling noise. And this soft shuffle. Whatever's moving behind you, moving closer.
Get my staff out.
Okay.
Sal?
There's a beat, and you hear, Hops.
Oh my God! Sal, you scared the living shit out of me!
I just run in and hug him.
Steps into the light, and as you hug him, you step back as you see Hops, or you see Sal, the half of his face is covered in a bandage. And he has what looks like bandages all over his body. That are all deeply stained with blood.
Oh my God, buddy, what happened?
He looks like he's been shot up. And there's but the expression on that half of his face that you can see is pure joy. And he's just going, Hops, as he lumbers over to you. Unable to move his arm, it looks like it's curled up onto itself, and he reaches over and puts his arm around you and goes, Hops.
Oh, buddy, okay, hold on. What, does this hurt? Are you okay?
That hurts.
Okay, I'm gonna try something, cause
Okay.
I
Hops, before you try, can I hug you again?
Yeah, buddy. Okay.
Goes in and just.
Okay.
Where's Moonlight?
Moonlight's okay. Moonlight's with the others, okay?
Others okay?
And behind you hear something powering up. And the moment you hear it powering up, you go, holy shit, is that Hops?
Dr. Patel?
You whirl around and Patel is standing on the ramp with a rifle that's been powered up. You see it at full max and she goes,
What the hell happened here? Are you guys okay? What happened at Blue Dolphin? We've been trying to get a hold of you. We've been trying to get in contact with you.
she goes, holy shit. And she moves down and puts her arms around you and goes, they came for us. They came to Blue Dolphin Base. I got us out of there.
No.
It wasn't easy. Sal doesn't like water, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
you
Sal
and me
just goes,
both.
Yeah, I don't like water, Hops.
It's okay, buddy. I don't like it either. It's all right.
Water's bad. I don't have any coffee.
It's okay. We don't need coffee.
Sorry.
You know what? I'm I'm not gonna sleep for a while. Anyway, it's okay.
She looks around and she goes, is it just you? Where's everybody?
Almost everyone is all right. We might have lost Anton, but
Oh, God.
everyone's.
Where are they?
They're at Ref City. They're doing family things, and you should see Moonlight. She's got a few new tricks up her sleeve too. Actually, speaking of, I'm gonna go and touch Sal, and just give like a couple little shocks because I remember when we first met him and I shocked him.
Yeah.
Really liked that.
She goes, what do you do? And then watches as, and he just goes,
Thank you, Hops.
Does that feel better, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We gotta remember that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, wait, shit!
She goes-
Oh, I'm gonna grab my tablet immediately.
okay.
And,
You come out of the data stream, Lacey, just go, and then everyone's alert activates. Hops is calling everyone.
oh. I'm on, FaceTime, because I'm old school.
Okay. Pops up. Yeah, you see Hops' face. It's really dark where she is.
Hey, you okay, hon?
Can I do a little spark? Hey,
Yeah.
guys. Look who I found.
Yeah, and there's a moment where Patel just goes, "Holy shit!" And then you see Sal just goes,
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, King Captain.
and then he reaches out and holds the tablet and goes,
I'm Moonlight.
and Moonlight looks at him and just, and Patel goes, "Where are y'all?"
Headed to find you.
Yeah, we were gonna go down to the base. The power's off, but we don't.
What's going on?
We were worried. What's going on? Yeah.
Are you at the base now?
No,
No,
What
we're-
happened?
We're above it.
Get out of there! Get out of there right now!
Okay. Yeah.
Dad, turn around.
Go that
Your
way.
dad's in the middle of talking, going, "What? Why? We're leaving?
Just turn around. Yeah, we saw the ocean. It was beautiful. Let's go.
What's going on?"
Dad, trust me.
Just need to do it now.
Just need to go.
All right. And she goes, "You guys have got to get out of there right now. They're watching the base. They sent a strike team in there to take us. I don't know who it was. They weren't wearing corporate uniforms, but I think it must have been them."
Oh my God.
Okay. I immediately start looking up, anticipating some
yeah.
sort of attack.
Yeah, looking around.
Everyone's looking around. Your dad starts
Looking
pulling the
down.
boat around.
Lacey, can you feel anything? Any sort of surveillance or something? I don't know how it works.
Oh yeah, anything coming?
I don't know. Can I do an insight? Or actually, can I get a premonition? No, anticipation. Look ahead to see how my actions might unfold. And I have an asset for the first task I performed.
So, okay, go. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Do it. It's
You
one
just-
intellect.
Okay. And you sit there and you all see that familiar amber glow that seeps into a deep reddish purple as Oya begins to manipulate time, looking beyond the now. Your eyes kind of roll back as the glow begins to emanate from you, and your dad is watching mesmerized Luma, and he goes, "Is she okay?"
This is what she does. She's great.
What do you see?
You hear voices. Luma, what is that? And you hear, they're coming from below. And then you hear gunfire. You see splashing of water, and you feel it on your face. You see Luma's dad throwing himself to the deck as shadows begin to take up on top of the boat. You see Cass leaping up to meet them in battle as all of them begin to open fire with plasma rounds. And then you see flames coming out of the boat, and the vision just stops.
We gotta get out of here much faster than this. I don't know how. They're gonna come from below, and they are armed.
From below?
Yes, and they're armed.
Okay.
How do we get out? How do we get out of here?
Faster.
Get ready.
Faster.
Faster,
I
like
go
now.
by my dad.
He
get up there.
He hears all this and he goes, and the boat begins to speed along. You are all watching helplessly from the tablet. And as we pull away, as this boat is racing from a bird's eye view, as y'all cut white foam into the water, dashing back towards from a bird's eye view. If someone was overhead watching this boat speed along, they would see dozens of shadowy forms just below the surface of water, like angry sharks chasing after the boat at just the right speed. And that is where we leave off tonight's game.
Break my tablet in half.
Oh, man.
Wow, that was so... Wow.
It's fine. You know, I think everything's fine.
Uh-uh.
I think we're all
We've been
lighthearted
using
bunch,
that
and,
word a lot tonight.
Yes, we are that meme.
Fine.
Everything.
Everything is
Everything's fine.
2 thumbs up.
Everything's fine.
One thumb over.
So I'm going to award everyone 2 experience points.
Okay.
We're gonna need
I sure
it.
discovered some
And
things.
Oh, yeah.
Did we get 2 last
Hi,
week?
oops.
what's that? 2 last week, yeah.
My
2 from last
Did
week's
not add
game.
those.
Did I not?
Wow. So lots going to happen next game. So definitely get ready for that, y'all. We're going to go ahead and jump out then.
Okay.
As always, great game tonight, you guys. Freaking
Thank
great
you,
game.
Eric.
Such wonderful vulnerability. Thank you so much for giving us a piece of this world tonight. Just such a pleasure to run games for you guys. We're going to leave you all off. Vampire is up next. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in and seeing what happens next in Los Angeles 2120. We will see you this time next week. Until then, everyone, stay whimsical.